Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Boss Babe Business Show. I am your host, Katan. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening. I'll get started with saying my hello soon, but first, I would like to recognize the small businesses that I'm representing this evening. So the first brand that I'm shouting out is Belle Lauren Cosmetics. My lipstick is coming from Belle Lauren Cosmetics, and my earrings are coming from Kisses by Monique. And my skincare is coming from NBC.Click. So a little bit about these brands. Kisses by Monique is a women's accessories boutique, but they also provide plus size apparel. And they do have a select petite collection. And these earrings just sold out, but they do have more tassel earrings if you like that style. My lipstick is coming from Belle Lauren Cosmetics. This is a Louisiana-based business, and they provide lipstick, eyeshadow, body butters, and so much more. And then, of course, my skincare is coming from NBC.Click, aka My Beauty Coach. That is another business of my own. And tonight I'm going to be giving away a product that is coming from NBC.Click. So this is the Watermelon Moisturizing Serum. And this product is normally running for about $25 to $30 per bottle. However, we're going to be giving away one for free to one person that's watching tonight. And you guys know how you can earn a chance to win this by sharing this live, engaging with us as we ask some amazing questions. We have quite a bit to go over tonight, so I'm really excited. A few amazing business owners to interview, and then we have a couple of juicy conversations that we need to have. Yes, we do need to talk about that podcast that I just dropped for all of our returning viewers. And then also we have a snippet that I want to share from the podcast, but we'll do that a little bit later on. I do want to let all of our viewers know now that we currently have a minor in the chat. So we're going to keep conversations PG for the first part of our show. And then towards the end, we can go ahead and move into the podcast snippet of the evening, the podcast topic, and a couple of other things. So I am going to first start off with a resource. The free resource that I'm going to be sharing tonight is the Boss Babe Business Show. I want to let everybody know that if you are a business owner and you would like to promote your brand, we only have a few more shows left and available. So it's going to be September and October. Those are the last two shows, last 2 months we have available. For the month of November and December, we will only have one show in that month. So what that means is that if you are wanting to advertise your brand for any holiday promotions, sales, events, or anything like that, you need to go and book those shows immediately. The first thing that I want to say is for September, we have booked out of all of our shows except for September 29th. And I believe the next week. So for September, 19th, we only have 2 more slots available for that show. So if you are wanting to be interviewed, go ahead and apply now. It only takes 3 to 8 business days to apply. And then for October, I'm not really sure off the top of my head, but I want to let everyone know. So a little bit of information about the Boss Babe Business Show, if you are someone that is new, or if you're just wanting to share this with someone else, is that here we talk about business resources. We give out events of the night that are going on for small business owners, but then we also give small business owners an opportunity to come and share their products. So if you are someone that would like to be on the show, you can go and apply, and then you'll find out within 3 to 8 business days. All right. So now that we've shared the free resource and event of the evening, we're going to go ahead. Oh, I didn't share the event. The event of the evening that I'm sharing is the event extravaganza. So this is a podcast / event that we have going on for the rest of this month on into next month. I will be sharing events that are happening for small business owners. So basically right now we have 2 business events that I'm sharing. The first one is a free networking event, and the second one is going to be a financial class that is taking place in September 11th. And the teacher for this class is actually a verified and credible small business owner. She's a financial consultant and a licensed life insurance agent. Her name is Leslie Mahone, and she's the founder of Leslie Speaks. So she is providing a free debt elimination class, and I'm providing a free networking event, and it is virtual. So you do not have to physically attend. You can put on your camera and then you can join that way. So if you're interested in being a part of that, and you want to learn more about that, all you need to do is go to the links that I'm going to be sharing in the comments for everyone so that you can take advantage. And while I'm sharing those links, we're going to go ahead and acknowledge everyone that's here this evening. So let us know where you're based out of. Let's see. What state are you based out of? Are you a small business shopper? Are you a small business owner, or both? Let me know in the comments. And I also want to let all of our viewers know we are experiencing a few connectivity issues this evening. I shouldn't have too much of an issue though, because I do have my backup devices, as you all know. But if you see anything slowing down, just give me the feedback and I'll make sure to fix that immediately. All right. Okay, things are looking a lot better on my end. Let's see. Yay! Thank you so much. Thanks for the shares, Kat. You're awesome. All right, let's get into these comments. I feel like I can breathe now. Finally. Okay, everything's looking good on my end. So let's see. Happy Thursday, Charlie. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, MJ. Thanks for sharing. Hey, Leslie. I know you were laughing at our podcast. We got a lot to talk about. Hello, Naressa. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the show. And let's see. So we got Leslie joining us from Leslie Speaks. I was just talking about her free debt elimination class for anyone that would like to attend on September 11th, and it is virtual. We have MJ joining us from Travel with MJ, another amazing business listed in our directory. She has Oh, so you want me to tell me I've been over here just talking to myself and y'all couldn't hear me? Okay, so let me rewind. But what I said is we have Leslie joining us from Leslie Speaks. We got Charlie joining us from CKD Home Staging and Design. We got India joining us from Pink Lavish Jewels. We have Shelly joining us from Bling with Shell and Shelly's Tupperware. MJ from Travel with MJ. Did I miss anyone? Let me know. And I said, thanks so much for signing up, Charlie. You're awesome. I said, I'll be joining you. I do not have any debt, but I do know a few people that have had questions about debt elimination. So I want to join and I want to learn more. You can never learn too much. And in my recent blog, I was talking about how to incorporate, behaviors that will help you with growing financially. And one of them is to educate yourself. So I will be taking this class and I'm excited to share what I've learned. Let's see. I think I got everybody that's listed in our directory, but we do have some viewers that I see in the comments. So I want to shout them out. Hi, Naressa. Thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoy the show. If anyone else is here, introduce yourself. I'll be pinning some of the comments to the top of the show for everyone to check it out. Let's see. You were reading my lips, Leslie? Oh, good. Because I was actually talking about you. I was saying we're gonna have to talk about this podcast, but we're gonna talk about that later. All right, so I got everyone, and I also see Nicole, Charlie, and MJ earning some tickets this evening. So what we're going to do is move on to the message of the night, our interviewees, and then go ahead and get into the juicy bits so that we can find out who is winning this free serum tonight. Let's see. And I'm going to go ahead and pin some of these business owners that are introducing themselves in the comments. The first person I'm going to pin is going to be Leslie. Thank you. Don't forget, guys, say where you're based out of. You never know, someone might be in your backyard. And don't be afraid. Share your website, share your Facebook business pages. Just be careful not to do it too many times because we know that Facebook jail is real. And I don't want anybody in there on account of me. Hi, Brittany. Thanks for joining. I just saw your comment at the top. Okay, so we have Brittany joining us this evening. We'll also be interviewing Brittany, and you guys will learn more about her soon. Let's see. Charlie. Thank you for sharing, Charlie. That's 5 tickets. Hello, Nicole. Thank you for joining. That's 5 tickets. Hi, Shelly. How are you doing? Happy Thursday. Where's everybody watching from? You watching from work? You watching from home? You relaxing? What's going on this evening? Let's see. Charlie, thank you for the tags. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Okay, Charlie did not come to play. She might be taking this free serum home tonight. I always forget I got to put extra space on the board for Charlie, because she is going to come through with those tags. That's for sure. All right. Any other intros in the comments that I need to share? Shelly, we got you. Thank you for the tags, Nicole. I appreciate it. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 tags. Thank you. Okay. All right, I'm going to do 2 more intros before we get started. If anybody else wants to introduce himself in the comments, now's your time. Where you're based out of, what services you provide, and your links. Let's see. Charlie, we're going to be getting educated together on debt elimination. I'm excited. I'll see you in the class. Thank you so much, India, for your share. I appreciate you. That's 5 tickets. And thank you for your shares, Kat. Another 5 tickets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look at you, Shelly, tagging all the directory members. Thank you for your share and thank you for your tags. Cleaning the refrigerator? That's funny. Okay. Let's see. Hey, you being productive. Go you. A lot of these people is MJ, you're a trip. Okay, let's see. We got Nicole, another intro. Did everybody get their introductions in? I think we're pretty much good to go. I'm going to let Nicole sit up there just for a second. Hey. Thanks for joining, Lady D. Lady D's Treats is in the building, guys. If y'all want some treats, check her out. Her cookies are delicious, and she is another credible and verified business listed in my directory that I have purchased from, and I love her products. All right, now let's see if I can get this to act right. We're gonna try. Oh, thank you for the text. I appreciate it. So Leslie, okay, we got a lot of tickets tonight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, thank you. Ooh, I'm excited about your Charlie shops. Charlie, make sure to share that group. For anyone that likes deals like bundles and stuff, Charlie has a new community that I am needing to get into, but she has like body wash, hygiene products, all kinds of stuff sold in bundles, and they're like discounted items, brand new. So if you like stuff like that, you like finding deals, you need to go ahead and head over to Charlie's shops. Hopefully I can interview you on the show for that one too, Charlie, because I think we have a lot of people who would love that. And I'm getting ready to go ahead and sit down for my consultation with you so you could decorate my bathroom and maybe get some of those bundles in there too. Because, you know, I just need a refresh of scenery. I've been working hard and I need to redo my place. So I'll be adding both of those to my list. All right. Thank you guys so much. So the message of the night is going to be pretty quick, and then we're going to go ahead and move into the interviews with these awesome business owners tonight. My message of the night is don't allow negative experiences to define you. So I know that sometimes in business and in life, we tend to go through things. And me being a business coach and mentor for a lot of people, I get to hear different stories, and I have my own stories that I go through. But I just want to remind everyone to be that quality that you want to see, whether it's in business, whether it's in relationships, and whether it's in friendships, because a lot of times we can easily turn into that person that's always complaining about our circumstances instead of being that change. So whatever it is that you wish you could see more of, that you're not feeling like you're getting enough of in friendship, in life, become that quality, be that person, because the more you work towards that, the more you'll realize what you truly deserve and surround yourself around people who see your value as well. So that is my message of the night for everyone in business and in life. Now let's try to see if my Safari and device is going to act right. And if not, I'll just let her go. Let's see. Okay. Whew. Knock on wood. I don't want to get too excited. All right. So let's go. We're moving on. Yes. Thank you so much, Charlie. I will definitely need your assistance because, it's time for me to just refresh. I just need some new scenery. All right. So we're going to get into these interviews tonight. The first person that I'm interviewing is someone who is listed in our directory. A lot of you already know her. So let's go ahead and bring her on because I'm really excited to learn about all of these business owners. And I'm excited to talk about the topic of the night, guys. So let me pull you on. Hey,
I'm back.
I was about to say, this is going to be the one night when my reactions don't work. When I decide to try to execute it real time. Okay, welcome, MJ. Thank you for joining.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Yes, MJ, I need to apologize to you for the way I just, I saw your facial expression after that podcast. So I need to start off with an apology because I looked and I said, poor MJ has been traumatized. Guys, go watch the podcast. I watched the replay and I was like, oh my God. I think I scared her. And Nicole was in the background rocking back and forth. So let's just start off. Let's get that off my chest. MJ, thank you for joining. Welcome to the show. So glad to have you. Let's get into the juicy bits. So for anyone that does not already know you, please share your business name and your business industry.
So my business name is Travel with MJ, and we are in the travel industry.
Okay, so please share the state that you are based out of.
We're based out of the state of Georgia.
Okay, and then what is the one product or service that you want to let everybody know about tonight?
Tonight, we will be discussing the Travel with MJ email list.
Okay, so what are the benefits of the Travel with MJ email list?
Well, the Travel with MJ email list allows you a more, a closer relationship to me. You get to learn more about my personal travels that you may not see on Facebook. You get to hear some truths that some people are afraid to tell, but I'm not. And you get for subscribing to the Travel with MJ email list, you get a 15% off of your personal research experience just for signing up and staying a part of the email list. That's my way of saying thank you for joining me. Thank you for dealing with my shenanigans. And how can I assist you in your travel needs?
Okay. So you share the benefits. What is the price to be a part of this email subscription list?
The cost is $0.00.
Okay. All right. So for any of you travel lovers out there, go ahead and subscribe. I did hear you mention the benefit of getting 15% off just for being a part of the list. So they're getting 15% off. Did you say is it the entire purchase or is it it's for travel research specifically? Like if they like you to build a custom trip?
Yes.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, so what is your return policy for this? I mean, it's free, obviously, but is there any information that people need to know about your email subscription list or about the 15% off?
So with the 15% off, well, my research fees are non-refundable. So once you make that decision to go on ahead and invest, I would hope that you will be deposit ready or payment ready. There is you are welcome to unsubscribe if you feel that the content is not good for you. But that's really it.
Okay, good. Love to hear it. And I like the fact that you shared that too. I mean, it's never do or die. You subscribe if you like it, you stay, and if you don't, you just unsubscribe. But I love it. I'm subscribed. I've been subscribed for a long time now to that and to your blog. So great content and great conversation surrounding travel and just being aware of what you're doing when it comes to exploring.
Yes.
Let's see. All right, so we share the return policy. What is one travel tip that you want to give? Inside scoop to shoppers.
Oh, inside tip. Oh,
Inside tip.
oh, parents.
No limits. The best tip you want to give to someone that's traveling right now or purchasing
Parents.
travel services.
Y'all do know that kid sell, kid eat, kid that free ain't really free.
The facial expression.
If you didn't know, let me tell you.
Elaborate.
It's not free. Or anything that you see with a free, please understand that there's an asterisk or there's a star. There's something to it. It's not going to be $0.00. You're going to have to pay taxes. You're going to have to pay fees. You're going to have to pay something. You're not just going to be able to get out scot-free on nothing in travel. You know, I hate to have to burst that bubble, but it ain't free. Sorry.
So are you talking about you're talking about like when they're saying kids are free or
you
Yeah,
still gonna have to pay taxes. You gonna get a nice break off of having to pay for your kid, and it also depends on how old that kid is, but it's not always free.
Okay, good tip. Good to know. And that makes sense because I've had a few people where they get ready to purchase and they're like, wait, something's not adding up. That's what it is. Those
That's
taxes,
what it is.
extra fees.
Right.
Okay, fair enough. All right, thanks for the tip. So what is one topic that your business, Travel with MJ, raises awareness for?
We raise awareness for exploration. It's time for you to go outside. It's not going to hurt. Okay?
Are you talking to all of us?
Yes. This is very, very general. It's time to go outside. It's not going to hurt. We want you to go out and explore. We want you to learn. We want you to see. We want you to take pictures. We want you to learn more than just the United States, because guess what? The United States is small in comparison to the rest of the world. A lot of the things that happen here in the USA won't fly across international lines. You got to be mindful. Let's learn. Let's learn.
Okay, fair enough. I do think there's strength in being able to learn different cultures, different ways of life, even if it's not something that you practice, just understanding how to be mindful and respectful of it.
Yeah.
So I like that. Let's see. Okay, so can you please share one obstacle that you have overcome in life or in business?
Oh man. One obstacle that let me say this. First of all, life is an everyday obstacle. We're constantly going through life because life be lifing. But one obstacle that I would say that I've gone over and continue to go through is, as a kid, I suffered through depression. Not a joke, not for the faint of heart. It's very real, and if you're not mindful, if you're not careful, it can lead to some serious stuff. And that took over a lot of my teenage years in high school. In the times where you're supposed to be, your best, I just was not. And the one thing that I've had to learn is I had to change my environment. And I had to get around people who actually like me. And I didn't have to fake or be phony. I can be myself. And if you have seen me outside of this arena, you know, I'm a little different. A little different.
You're a ball of energy.
I am. But which type of energy? Some days, even I don't know.
Mm. Okay. So, how were you able to overcome that obstacle? How did overcoming that obstacle look for you as an adult? Like, how were you able to get past that?
Um, for me as an adult now, I'm more aware of the people around me, but also my feelings. I may say, yeah, I'm not feeling this today, and I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Or I may say, hey, your energy is bad right now, and I'm actually having a great day, so I'd rather you not give me your negative energy, so I'm gonna walk away. Just things like that. And I won't say small things because those are big in itself.
Yeah.
But things like that is how I'm able to sit here in front of you this evening. So
Yeah.
be aware of your feelings, be aware of your surroundings, be aware of people, just be aware.
Yeah, I think that's a really big thing because I think a lot of people always like to say what they could have or should have or would have done in a situation, but it takes a different level of strength and confidence in yourself to be able to say, I'm going to remove myself from this instead of continuing to be a part of it or escalating it to a level that it doesn't have to be. So
Right.
I really commend you on that. And if you could let us know, are you looking for any team members to join your team?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. Okay. And so as far as no team members, but when it comes to a client, someone that would shop with Travel with MJ, what are 3 characteristics that someone who would love to shop with you are going to have?
3 characteristics of a dream travel with MJ client would be a person who has an idea of what they want to do or where they want to go, but just need the assistance of doing the planning. This person will be deposit and payment ready because although I drag my feet and tap on people, not all the time do I want to do that. So I don't want to be the one chasing you. And another trait of a dream travel with MJ client is they're open to they're open to different destinations and open to hearing things from me. Some people get set in their ways and your ways may be out of your budget. So somebody's gonna have to tell you that. And that will be me.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. So can you please share one inspirational message that you would like to leave with the audience?
Inspirational. Oh, the message that I have in my brain is not quite inspirational.
Please find inspiration. MJ, dig in there. I know you have something.
I'm going. I'm gonna go to what I know. Whatever you do in life, do it at 110%. Don't fake it. Don't just do it because somebody's paying attention to you. Don't do it because maybe their little flashlight is on you right now and they're nitpicking at you. Do it because you actually want to and not because you're forced to.
Yes, I love it. I love it, MJ. We have a little bit of feedback. So Shelly said, mine's the business that pays you. Okay, so MJ also has a custom tee business, and one of her shirts, she has free t-shirts going on right now, but you have to either go to our podcast on my business page on Facebook to take advantage of it. But there's a shirt that says "Mind the Business That Pays You," so that is actually rich. And then let's see. Oh, that's so sweet. And Charlie said, "Depression is no joke; it's real." We see. She said, "Freedom isn't free," so you're right. She was talking about, I think when we were discussing how things are different all around the world. So thank you guys so much for your feedback. I appreciate it. And I also appreciate you guys sharing your feedback shopping with MJ. MJ, I want to say thank you so much for being a member of our directory and congratulations on all of your growth and success. And I'm just super excited. Yes, you're very welcome. I'm excited to see what else we have in store for all of the members of our community. So just keep up the amazing work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Why does it take so long? Okay, all right. So we're moving on to the next business owner. Thank you again, MJ. And feel free to drop all of your information in the comments for anyone that would like to shop with you and learn more about your brands.
Gotcha.
All right, everyone. So that was MJ with Travel with MJ. We are going to go ahead and move on to the next business owner this evening, and that is Angela. So we are bringing Angela on with her daughter so we can talk about an amazing product and learn more about their business and what they have to share. All right. Thank you. MJ loves you too. Here we go. Hello, hello.
Hi.
All right. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yes, you are very welcome. I'm super excited to have you guys on tonight because we have a young author in the building. So this makes me extremely excited. And I can't wait to hear all about what it is that you're going to be showcasing this evening. So first, let's get started with the business, if there is the business name. And then, of course, let everybody know the industry that you are in.
Okay, we are, the business name is Amoria's Blessings. And we're by St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay, so welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome them to the show, and thank you for letting us know where you're based out of, your industry. So, what is the product that you're going to be showcasing for us today?
Okay, when my daughter was 6 years old, she wrote Amoria's Magic Afro Puffs, and she came home from school and asked why her hair wasn't straight like her friends because she didn't like her natural hair. So over the years, she started embracing her hair, and now she loves it.
That is beautiful. And I love the fact that you decided to go and write a book. So, Amoria, great job. What you're doing is so important. You're welcome. You know, when I was younger, I still have my afro today. You can't see it because I got the puffball slicked back. But on other photos, you're able to see it. But being younger and growing up in an area where there were some African-American people, but not as many. And so it was very common to see people with straight hair. And, you know, when you're only seeing that for a while and you're also being teased for your hair being different or puffy, it starts to create a little bit of an insecurity. So it's beautiful to see representation, especially when you have an author that looks like what she's writing about. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so let's talk more about this book. So please share with us, what is your favorite part about this book, Amoria?
Well, my favorite part is it's at the end of the story, and I tell a girl, don't be sad. Your Afro Puffs make you smile. Your Afro Puffs won't let you down. Be proud and show your smile. Your magic Afro Puffs won't let you down.
Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, thank you so much. All right, so let's the next thing, look, I got distracted. I'm just loving this. Okay, so how much is this book for everyone that's interested?
It's $13.
Okay, so $13. And I do need to make a quick note for this book as well. Okay, so this book is $13, and if someone wanted to purchase, you have it available on your website and Amazon, correct?
Yes, Amazon, and also Target, Walmart, and Barnes and Noble.
Okay,
yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, so I can go into Barnes and Nobles and get me the book. Yeah. All right, so let's move on to the next question that I have for you. What is your return policy? I know depending on where they're purchasing it from, it might be different, but is there one specific one for your website that we need to know about?
Yeah, no return policy. We don't accept returns or exchanges.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, all right, moving on to the next thing, which is, let's see how we can cater this. What is one tip that you would give to readers that are trying to find an inspiring book?
You want to answer that, Amoria?
Okay.
I can answer it. Okay. There's something that will enhance self-esteem and self-acceptance and self-confidence.
Okay, beautiful. And also, we have a couple of feedback. So Charlie said that's beautiful. Lacole said she loves this. I'm definitely going to have to give you the information for that show as well, just in case you would like to be interviewed on that show also. Motivational dialogue that we were talking about earlier. Let's move into what your brand raises awareness for. So, Amoria, I know that your story is about making sure that people feel good about their natural hair. What is something else that is really important to you that you want other people to know?
About respecting boundaries.
Wow, that's a good one. So why did you choose that one?
Because some people touch other people's hair and they mostly have Afro puffs.
Okay. That's a really great one. I love that. Okay, so let's see. The next thing is, what is one obstacle that you have overcome in life or in business? So, Amoria, did you want to share one thing that you have overcome?
I have overcome people touching my hair.
Okay. How did you do that? How are you able to manage your emotions when someone's doing something that you don't like? How do you express to them that they need to respect your boundaries?
Because it's usual.
What do you tell them when they do that?
And I tell them, do not touch my hair.
Okay. And let's see. So right now, I won't ask about team members just yet because we're talking about books. However, I do want to ask, what are 3 things that people should know about you, Amoria?
Well, 3 things they should know about me is that I'm lovable and I like giving hugs. And I don't care what style you wear as long as that is you.
That is beautiful. That is so beautiful. I'm trying not to fangirl. I love it. Okay, so let's see. I feel like you shared multiple inspirational messages tonight, and you're getting a lot of great feedback. I know Lacole says she's making my heart smile. Charlie said, wow, respecting boundaries is a great one. That's something that I think even adults struggle with learning how to communicate. So it's beautiful that at this young age, you understand how to communicate when someone's doing something that you're not comfortable with. So thank you for sharing that. I know I'm loving this interview too. I can't even stay focused. So now that we shared all of that information, what is one last positive message that you want to leave with everyone, Amoria?
Well, I hope you guys have a great night's sleep.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so just a quick little recap, everyone. You can go and get her book on Amazon. It is $13.99 for anyone that would like to take advantage of it. It's available at Barnes & Noble, Amazon, and a couple of other bookstores. Don't forget to drop all of your information. Oh, yes, please feel free to show off the book for everyone. That's beautiful. So Amoria's Magic Afro Puffs. If you know anyone that has little ones and you think they might like some affirming books that talk about respecting boundaries and loving yourself, then you may want to tag them to this live. We know we have a lot of boss mamas, boss aunties, boss grandmothers in the chat. So make sure you let everybody know about this product. Okay, thank you so much, Angela and Amoria. It's been such a pleasure to have you both on the show. And I hope that, yeah, you're very welcome. But I had a really great time learning about this book. I think it's very inspiring. Mom, you're doing an amazing job.
Thank
kids,
you.
You're very welcome. You know, we don't see it when some of us do see it, but the older you get, the more you appreciate having a mother that has really pushed and driven you to pursue things like this, because there's so many things that you look back on and say, I wish I would have did this. So this is so awesome that Amoria has a book where she's talking about things that she's gone through in life and sharing how someone else can overcome that. So I love it.
Thank you.
Yes,
thank you.
You're welcome. So thank you both. You guys have an amazing night. And don't forget to drop your links where someone can shop with you and purchase your book and follow you on social media on our Facebook platform.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys. So that was beautiful. I loved it too. Okay, we're getting ready to move on. So cute. That was so cute. I was trying to be serious. I was trying to stay focused, guys. I don't know if y'all could tell I was struggling. But okay, so let's go ahead and move on to our next interviewee tonight. That was Angela and Amoria, and she was talking about her book. We've talked with MJ, and now we're moving on to Brittany, another awesome business owner and author, where she's going to be talking about her vision and story. So let's bring her on. Hello, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you liking the show
Good.
so far?
I love it. Amoria is a hard act to follow.
She is really, really cute. Okay.
Yes.
First off, like I said earlier, I love your background, your backdrop. But then also I love your top two and your earrings. I didn't even see that the first time. I think it's because I was on a different device, but you look great.
Thank you. Thank you. So do you.
Thank you. I do what I can. So now that, okay. Thank you, Angela. Angela, you may have to put it on Facebook because they won't be able to see it. I'm going to copy and paste the link. So guys, if you want to go shop with Amoria, you can check her out here. And correct me if I didn't spell the name correct. I hope I did. I believe I did. But here is her link to go and check out that book, and it's $13.99 on Amazon. Okay, so first off, I'm super excited to have you, Brittany. I can't wait to hear your story. So let's get straight into it. What is the name of your business and what is your industry?
Yeah, so my business name is just my name. I recently got married, so it's my maiden name, Brittany Trout, and my industry is picture books for children.
Okay, nice. So what is the product that you're going to be providing or presenting to us today?
Yeah, so it's the Adventures of Shelly and Coco series, and I have a new release coming out in November.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
So what is this story about? You said picture books. So what's the concept behind this book?
Yep, so the series follows two main characters. They travel, they sightsee, and they learn about places while they're there. So in the upcoming book, they go to Arizona and, they visit the Grand Canyon and go through the desert, learn about nature, stuff like that.
Okay, nice. And then how much is this picture book?
So individually, they are $12, but I do bundle them on my website if you get the whole series.
Okay, got it. So $12 or bundle on the website if you get the whole series.
Yes.
And another question that I have for you is, I didn't ask you, what state are you based out of? Can you say that for me if you didn't already?
Yeah, I'm in Connecticut.
Connecticut. Okay, thank you. So we had Connecticut, Missouri. I don't know if you're not the first Connecticut, I don't think, but I haven't heard Connecticut in a while. So if anyone knows any Connecticut business owners or shoppers, feel free to tag them to this live or share. Let's move on to the next question I have for you, which is, what is your return policy for your book?
I also don't have a return policy, but if for any reason someone wanted to return, they could definitely, message me or email me and we could work something out.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, books and food is kind of different because it's like once you get it, you already started opening it up and getting into it. But we just ask for people that have questions. All right, so what is one? So since you are into the industry of picture books for children, what is one interactive tip that you would give to parents when presenting these books or reading with their children?
An interactive tip. I would say to learn with them. Any times that I've talked to parents or grandparents or even teachers who have read my book or have reviewed it, I often get comments that even they learned something in the book. So, you're never too old to learn something new. And by reading them, with your kids, you could be learning with them. So it could be a fun activity to do together.
Okay, I like that. And that is very true. I definitely had a couple times, like with my brother. He's 15, but 16 now. But oftentimes he'll show me something, we're watching something. I'm like, wait, I didn't know that. So, what is one topic that your business raises awareness for?
I think that learning can be fun. I think a lot of times, especially as kids, school might not be fun, but learning can be fun.
Okay, got it. We got a few feedback. So Nicole said, hey, Shelly said, welcome. And MJ is screaming out my brother's name. Okay. All right. So that's a really good one. So what is one obstacle that you have overcome in life or in business?
In life, I would say probably people that don't believe in you as much as you believe in yourself. Or people who, haters, as they would say, I guess, but people who, they don't believe in you, they don't think you're going to be as successful, or they think that, you're too cocky because you think that you're going to be successful or because you believe in yourself. So I think probably just overcoming that and believing in yourself is the most important, because other people can't believe in you if you don't believe in you,
Yeah.
and you don't need anybody else's support as long as you have your own, I think.
So how did you come to that? How did you get to that mindset? How did you overcome that obstacle? Like, to you're at this point now where you understand what you need to do, but how did you get there?
I think just, kind of being able to put other people's thoughts and opinions on the back burner and really listen to my inner voice and my inner thoughts, and sticking with my gut and knowing that what I believe and me believing in myself is true. If I'm wrong at the end of the day, I'm wrong at the end of the day, but I'll never know if I don't try.
That's a really great perspective. And what you said is so relatable for me. I was just talking about this topic because it was actually about this show. So I was talking about this show with someone and they were like, "Oh, you got deadlines and you got time. So people have to be here and you sending out messages." And I said, "Yeah, I am." And he was like, "You serious?" I was like, "I am." I was
Yep.
like, regardless of, whether you're just starting out with your business or you're at a place where you're already famous, if you're not operating like you're famous now, then how will you be able to see yourself getting there? And how will other people treat you as such? So I
Yeah.
definitely relate to that feeling. And there's a difference between being cocky versus being confident and celebrating yourself. And I think that's where insecure people tend to project onto you. Oh, she just feeling herself too much. Or, oh,
Hmm.
no, she's happy. She's growing.
Yes. No, I
So
completely agree.
yeah. So I really love the fact that you mentioned that. And I also love the fact that you're able to share, how you got to that mindset. So the question that I have for you is, what are 3 reasons why your book would be great for someone who has little ones and wants to purchase or shop with you?
Yeah, well, for starters, all of my books do come with a worksheet that is interactive, so it does vary based on books.
Okay.
So some of them are, little quizzes, some of them are like activity sheets, so it depends on what book it is. But I also like to put a twist on learning. So I believe that the best learning is the one that you don't know is happening, kind of
Mhm.
similar to creating a song so you can remember, body parts or something like that. And being able to go on adventures and living through books, I think, is really good. So if you kind of want, a little crossover between fiction and nonfiction, where you know that your child or your reader can enjoy the adventure that the characters are going on, but also learn something in the process as well.
That's good. That's good. I mean, I don't have any little ones, but that's the type of parent I'm most likely going to be, because I do like to foster creativity, but also
Hmm.
I like to put some facts or information in there for the children to be able to learn, because I think
Yes.
you have to have a good balance,
Hmm.
So I definitely like that. Did you want to share one inspirational message with the audience before you leave?
Yeah, I would say that you truly can do anything that you put your mind to, as long as you believe that you can do it.
Beautiful, beautiful. Your messages are on point. Snaps. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us this evening, Brittany. Please don't forget to share all of your information in the comments with everyone. I love the perspective that you're coming from tonight. And I'm also going to make sure to give your information, forward you over to Lacole, just in case you want to be interviewed on her show as well, because she loves to interview authors.
Okay, yeah, that would be awesome. If anybody does want to see what they look like, here's
Yes. Go ahead. Flip them
yeah,
if you want to. You can flip through some pages too if you like.
so this is the most recent. Well, this is the first one. Shelly goes to summer camp, so the two of them met at a summer camp. And then I have the second book. So this is where the traveling starts. Shelly goes to the Capitol. So they visited Washington, D.C. They sightsee different monuments, learn about some history. There is no politics involved. I do get that question a lot.
Oh,
It is just
good.
basic how the government works, what the Supreme Court does, how many rooms are in the White House, which is awesome for sleepovers, that kind of thing. And then I
Okay.
have Shelly Goes to Massachusetts. So they walk the Freedom Trail, they witness the Boston Tea Party, and they find out where the first chocolate factory in the US was made. And then I have Shelly Goes to Arizona that is coming out in November, on November 10th.
Okay, those illustrations are really nice, and the politics is a really great pointer too.
Yes, I get that question all the time. So there is nothing in there. It is just exactly what you would probably learn in school, and even less than that because it does not go into detail.
Okay, that's pretty good to know. And she said, will you eventually have a book for each? MJ wants to know, will you eventually have a book for each of the 50 states?
I hope so. So my series actually follows travels that I have taken. So I also have a blog, and I started going on one new place every year was my goal since I was 20.
Oh,
And
wow.
these books are kind of the kid version of them. So I did my blog towards people who read blogs. I blog every day of my travels. But then I wanted to have a kid version. So these books are inspired by the travels that I've taken. So ideally, yes, because ideally I will go to all 50 states, and if I go, Shelly goes.
Okay, nice. You didn't say Texas yet, did you?
No, I have not been there as part of
Oh,
my trips. Yeah, I've been there a long time ago, but not recently.
okay. So I heard you say you're saving the best for last.
Of course.
Got it. All right. I'm keeping that information. I'm connecting dots because I love the fact that you're talking about travel. And I immediately started thinking of other business owners in my network that are interested in those type of things. Just in case people are hosting events, maybe you want to. Shelly said, "I heard my name." Everyone and let them know about different travels and places that you've been, or even get with MJ, see if there's a partnership or anything. I don't know, just putting people out there. But yeah, I really love the notes that I've taken, and I want to remind everyone that she said her book is $12.99, right?
$12 even.
$12.
It might even be $11.99 on my website, but I think it might be 12.
Okay, I don't know why I'm trying to charge y'all that extra 99 cents, but $12. And then if you decide to purchase the bundle, you're able to get it at a discounted price. Yes. Lacole said, come over to the boot. Come down to Louisiana.
I actually have been to New Orleans, so maybe a New Orleans book in the future.
Okay. I'm excited about that one. All right. So thank you so much for coming on, Brittany, and sharing your insight, sharing your experience, and also just giving out your motivational message. I hope that for anyone that has little ones that would like to take advantage of these products, these books, go ahead and head over to her website. Don't forget to drop your, try to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Don't forget to drop your website in the comments on Facebook so people can know where to shop with you and check you out. And if you have business pages too. Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Have an amazing
Bye.
Okay, everyone. So that was Brittany. And we have now, Brittany, you have requests now. We got, Lacole said, come over to the booth. Shelly said, California is waiting. Okay. So let's see. We're moving on to the next business owner that I'm interviewing this evening. And that is Devin. So let's go ahead and bring Devin on and learn what he is all about. Okay. Hello.
Hello, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Good. I can hear you great. Welcome to the show, Devin.
Thank you for having me. I must say, I'm the one normally doing the interviewing, so this is refreshing that I get to experience it.
Do the reverse. Okay, good. I love that. I'm similar. Like I've only had, I think, one select few interviews, and then when it's happening, I'm like, this is so weird.
Yeah. And I must say, you're so professional, and I'm so unprofessional. So I am definitely, definitely impressed on your show and how you conduct it. It's awesome. Thank
you. I really do appreciate that. I try to I try to have a good balance. We definitely have different places for different types of energy. But when I'm starting off with new business owners on the show, I try to make sure they feel comfortable. So, they don't get too scared. We'll bring them in, reel them in later. But so far, everything's been great. So thank you so much. I really appreciate your compliment. And I'm really excited to get into your business. Thank you guys for the warm welcomes. So Devin, let's get started. What is your business name and what is your industry?
It's the Old Head Podcast.
Okay.
You can go to my website, theoldheadpodcast.com. I'm very similar to what you do. I give people that, I feel that, kind of need a voice to get their products out there or whatever they might have went through in life or their business. Because when I was a business owners many, many, many moons ago, platforms like this would have been, I think it would have made a difference on my success. So that's why I cater to people that's trying to get out there because, it's tough being as you know, a business owner, a small business.
It's tough.
It's hard out there. So
it definitely is.
The advantage you can get.
Yeah, and I love the fact that you're in that industry. So I'm just taking a note of that. I don't know if I'm going to have any space on this paper for all these notes I'm taking tonight, but I think I want to make sure to give your information to Nicole as well, just in case you want to share that, because she kind of has the same passion as us, which is putting people on those platforms. Yay! Nicole said she will be signing up. Okay, so let's get more information so that we can learn where we need to sign up and what we're talking about. So what is the product or service that you are presenting for us today?
Okay, so you can go to my website, oldheadpodcast.com, and it has merch. You can book to be on my show. You can become a sponsor. I have links to video and audio.
Okay.
And so, as you know, Facebook and Twitter and all the things are good, but at any time they can just block your content. So I really push the website hard because it's mine.
Yeah. Very, very true. Facebook can become extremely frustrating with that. Like you have content, you have things you want to talk about and just share. And they're bleep, nope, take it down, Facebook jail. And I'm like, what did I do?
Sometimes I don't know what I did, and they just locked me up for no reason.
They're like, you're done.
Yeah.
After my first time going to Facebook jail, it was terrible because I'm a social media manager. So I was just screaming inside. I was like, never again. So now I try to keep it so clean. Even when I'm having adult conversations, I feel like I'm censoring things on a deeper level to not get put in Facebook jail. So I love the fact that you mentioned that. But okay, so I'm just going through your website, showing off a couple of items. We will definitely come back. Let's continue to go into, a little bit more about you. So you shared your store. You have products. People can become a sponsor. You want to talk a little bit more about how they can be interviewed on your show or the process of that?
Well, mainly a lot of people just contact me on Facebook, to be honest. And then, we agree upon a time that I'm available and they're available. And I tell them, just casual conversation, and the listeners are fly on the wall, so I'm not trying to trick you or, belittle you. I pretty much go with the flow, follow your lead on whatever you want to talk about. So it's pretty laid back podcast.
I like that. I do, because I think that's one of the reasons why people are nervous about being interviewed, because they think like they're stepping into a trap or
right.
Interrogate me. Am I about to pull up a picture of me 30 years ago or, and start talking about, is this you? Do you hate this?
Right.
So I just, sorry, let me not start tonight. I've already done enough on my podcast, but no, that's how it is. We're in cancel culture, so I think that that's a big fear. So I love hearing the fact that it's a conversation for you, and I'm definitely interested in being able to share that with other people. Devin, I don't know what's wrong with me, but this week I have just really been wilding out on these podcasts and stuff. But I think I'm getting to the point where I really just don't you know, it's so much effort to try to put on this filter because you're afraid of, you know, how people might perceive you, but then also you don't know the energy when you're walking into a room. So I just appreciate spaces where you're allowing people to just be and converse. It shouldn't be so difficult, but it is these days.
Yes.
So, you know, I think that's what's happened to me. I've reached that level of don't care. Okay. So, did you want to say anything about that?
Well, I mean, to piggyback off that, people are very sensitive nowadays. So, you know, you really have to, you know, I don't know, watch what you say. You don't really want to offend anyone. So, you know,
Yeah.
I try to keep that in mind when I'm doing my interviews.
Yeah, I definitely see that. I try to keep that in mind, but then I also try to be on the other side when I see or hear something that offends me, instead of like making people feel like they can't say what they're really thinking. Think about, why does it offend me? Is it something internal, or is it something that is truly alarming and I should be concerned about? Because I think people have so many different perspectives, but if you don't create a space where everybody can feel safe enough to express them, we never get to a solution. Everybody holds in what they're really thinking and how they really feel, and we continue to walk on eggshells. So I definitely appreciate that you said in your space, like, you can come in and it's just a conversation. I love hearing that kind of verbiage when people are talking about interviews. So we have a few people that are wanting to sign up. Let's see. I think Nicole says she's going to check you out, Shelly. So I'm excited to see that, and I'll definitely be checking you out as well. So the question that I have for you is, what is the policy for people that are wanting to be interviewed? Do you have a specific policy or return policy for your products?
Return policy. So I used to have a apparel shop, so I know how to make t-shirts and things. And so my return policy on that is, I will give you a store credit.
Okay.
I don't, you know, to return money in cash can get kind of difficult. So, you know, a store credit if it's warranted while you're trying to return it, right?
Okay.
And as far as booking policies, if you go on my line, I do charge because you know, time ain't free, and I hate when a person books an interview and don't show up. So, but if you contact me on social media, I kind of feel like you might be more serious. So I don't only charge a fee. Some people do charge to be on a podcast. Mine's is solely free. You know, I just love doing this, right? So
Yeah.
you know, to push your product is an honor for me that, you know, you would consider me to help push your product. So that's pretty much it.
That's wonderful. That's amazing. And everything you said, I do resonate with. Like, time isn't free. And so when I see platforms where you're able to come and promote yourself for free, I think that's a huge advantage, blessing, whatever you want to call it, because I think sometimes there's a disconnect where people think that these kind of services and stuff are normally free. But if you go and you try to book an interview on different shows and stuff, normally you would have to pay an application fee just for applying. Then you would need to pay to be interviewed. Then you would have a fee if you don't come to the interview. So when I see business owners that are doing this, I truly appreciate it. I appreciate all of them, whether it's free or it's not. But there's another layer of time and effort and energy that goes into someone giving back on a platform where it is $0 to be able to promote yourself. So thank you so much. And I love that. I really do.
Yeah. I mean, and I love that you understand what I'm saying, because I
do.
You know, I say this all the time, and, you know, they just think I'm just an old man just being grumpy. But
no, you're not being grumpy. I'm trying not to go on a tangent because I'm like, hold on now, it's an interview. But listen, the thing about the interview process, that's why my head kind of tilted a little bit, because when someone applies to be interviewed and then they don't show up, they don't communicate, it's like, you don't understand that there's things that need to be changed. Like, just communicate. Something happened and I can't do it this week, or I'm having trouble with this, or I'll be there. Just some level of communication really does help. And I think people get scared of that communication because they feel like they're letting you down, so they just avoid it completely. But that just makes it worse. Like, if you can't do something, communicate that as soon as you know you can't do it. But if you're not sure if you can do it, do not commit to it. Don't overcommit. People tend to do that because they're like, I can do this, I can do that. And you don't show up, and then it hurts your credibility. And then you're wondering why people are not wanting to either book with you, shop with you, or refer you but it's because of that experience that you left them with, where there was no communication, where you just ghosted them. So I definitely understand that feeling. But we're gonna try to don't get me started. So let's go ahead and move into the next thing. So what?
I feel your pain. I feel your
it's something that I definitely understand. And like I said, I appreciate when people provide platforms that are free, because it takes time. It takes work. This isn't something where you just wake up and boom, the show started and production's here. You have to plan, you have to organize, you have to get the tools to do it. You have to do the promoting. So like, it's really, Lady D, stop. But you really do have to put in that extra work. And sometimes people don't see those blood, sweat, and tears behind it. And you're not getting paid for those blood, sweat, and tears. Whether you plan to in the future or not, doesn't matter. In the time when you're doing it, it's free. So I really appreciate that. I always want to acknowledge that when it comes to business owners or any brand providing something that's free that you wouldn't need to go and usually pay for. So thank you. Devin's like, I'm not coming back.
No. I mean, no. I know. I know how you feel. I mean, I would like to add that it's certain people that I'm trying to promote their business, and they're acting like they're doing me a favor by coming on my show to promote their business. So yeah, we won't get into that.
It's a different level of like hunger that you gotta have. Look, everybody's laughing at me. Look, stop, y'all, stop. It's a different level of hunger that you have to have, where it's like you truly appreciate and see the opportunity in everything that's placed in front of you. You don't have to take everything, but when you decide to go for it, you go for it 100% and you follow through. And you appreciate the people that provided for you, and you bring that value and you keep on going. And if you're not able to do it, I apologize, communicate, see if there's a chance that you're able to come back. So, look, Lady D's like, keep it real. It's okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh. But yes, so I love it. Great conversation. So let's move into one industry tip that you would give to shoppers. So we're going to specify this to business owners, since you are bringing them to promote them on your platform. What is one tip you would give to business owners on how they can promote their business better, or their products or services?
Oh, one tip. Well, your platform. This is perfect for a business owner to get exposed and get their product known and out there. It's other platforms like this. Social media is definitely one of the major points that you can get your it's free, and like we talked, sometimes they do police you, but social media is a great way to get your products out there on a less economical way. So there's a lot of ways nowadays that you can get yourself out there without spending a lot of money. Back in my day, you have to get brochures and go house to house and put them on the doorstops. So, but yeah, it's a lot of opportunities today.
That's very true. That's very, very true. I love the emphasis on, how social media is free for a lot of different platforms where you're able to promote, putting yourself out there on different shows. So I absolutely love it. And then there was something that you said that I wanted to touch back on. Oh, I wanted to move into this podcast. So for anyone that doesn't know or hasn't listened yet, what is your podcast about? What are the topics?
Everything, but I mainly focused though on business, because I, as a business owner, it was hard, and so I do understand, the struggle. But my podcast is just laid back. I have a good time. I was a stand-up comedian at one time, so I joke a lot. I was a teacher, so I have no problems. If you want to get serious, or if you just want to, just chew the fat. But normally, people come on and they're surprised how they were able to do it, because a lot of people, kind of look a little nervous, and so you got to lighten the mood so I can really get to what you're trying to get out there in the public. So it's just a laid back show, and anyone that would like to get on it, and I'm gonna follow you all the time now, because this is awesome. I didn't know this is tell all I'm gonna promote your show more than my show.
I really, really appreciate that. I really do. And I love to hear that too, because your style is similar to mine as far as like getting people comfortable so that we can actually have a real conversation. Because it is true when you walk into the interview room, there's like a stiffness sometimes. Like I understand people don't know what to expect. They're like, okay, I'm ready for this show. I hope it's nothing crazier, you know? So I definitely understand why they come in that way, but it's nice to just kind of loosen up and just be yourself. So, and thank you so much. I really appreciate everyone, all of your acknowledgement and yours too. There's a lot of effort and, you know, thought that was put in behind this platform, why I was doing it, what my purpose was. So I truly appreciate that. I do. Yeah. I'm definitely going to have to get with you about a podcast interview because I think we could definitely have a hilarious podcast interview if there's some available, but I will make sure to head to your website.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, so the next question that I have for you is, what is one obstacle that you have overcome in life or business?
Ooh. To be honest, I was very insecure growing up. And one day I just embraced me being a little different and a little weird. And I started to understand that a lot of successful people were, you know, kind of a little different and weird. So just embrace who you are. You know, people are going to talk about you if you're being successful, or people are going to talk about you if you're not doing well at all. So just be yourself. Just do your thing, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And just believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, who will?
Yeah, that's very true. That's very, very true. So are there any specific coping things that you did to get to that mental space besides thinking? Like, were there actions that you took to get here?
This gonna sound weird. This gonna sound a little weird, but I kind of created an alter ego, right?
Okay.
So
It's not weird. I've heard it before.
And then I started to convince my friends to believe in this alter ego, and then they used to hype this alter ego up, like, yeah, D, because my name Devin, but as you can see, I go by D Carson. Then, yeah, DC. So when I became DC, you know, it kind of gave me, I don't know, you know, the courage to do what Devin wouldn't do. So I kind of created. I know some people like saying, it sounds like you got a split personality, but no, not really. I just created an alter ego to, you know, overcome my fears.
Oh my God, you're killing me with the emojis. Somebody just put a superhero emojis in the chat. I was just gonna say that. I said so. D gave you superpowers, but I do like that though, because to an extent, of course, there's unhealthy spectrums of this, but this is a healthy spectrum where, you know, you're telling yourself all the things that you can do. You're hyping yourself up. You are that person. You do that and you keep doing it and you hustle with your head down until you look up and you are that person. So I absolutely love that mindset. And I love the fact that you're able to, you know, use that, because there are a lot of people out here who are different. They're unique in their way of thinking and just how they are as a person. And a lot of times, especially with social media, it's almost normal not to be different. Like you teach people that we all have to think the same, act the same, look the same, dress the same. So when you see someone doing something that's not normal, you know, it's just weird for people. So I love the fact that you were able to embrace that during that time. So yeah, good. That's a good one.
Way to clean that up for me. Thank you. Because I think I was losing your crowd, but way to bring it back. Thank you.
No, Brittany gave you snaps. She said snaps. No.
Okay. Thanks, Brittany.
And actually, you have someone who's resonating with you. Lady D said, Lady D and Dion are two different people. Guys, oh my God. This is the part where we need to put split. Leslie said, no, we're here. Okay, so no, I understand that aspect of it. I think I've done it to an extent. Like I didn't necessarily, I do have different names, but you know, we're not gonna share all that today. But as far as me as a person, I did have to do that hyping up, that amping up. Like I was telling Brittany, with this show, like just the different commentary and feedback and things that I received, and I'm like, no, I'm sticking to what I know needs to be done in order to have that level of quality. And sometimes people are like, well, I had one person say to me, okay, slow down. You're not Oprah or something like that. And I said, no, you're darn right. I'm not Oprah. I'm Katan. Right. And for that reason, when you come to this show, you're going to come on time. You're going to take it serious, because just like you would take Oprah's show serious, you take this one serious. And if you don't, you just won't be on it. And I had to really relate that message. But this was someone who was supposed to be close to me. So that's why when Brittany said what she said earlier about, people sometimes not believing in you or not seeing what you could be, that's something you got to tell yourself, that you are that person. You got to give yourself that alter name. So in that moment, that was K Pizzle coming live. I had to let him know. But then Katan came back. Okay, so moving on to the next thing. So right now, I think I want to ask, are you looking for any partnerships at the moment, or are you looking for any team members at the moment?
Well, I just started probably about 3 months ago, so I'm not really to that point. Hopefully at some point I will, because I'm everything. I'm the host, I'm the videographer, I'm the doing marketing, I'm everything. So
yeah,
if I ever get to that point, definitely. But at this point in time, I'm still pretty small at it right now.
Okay.
I did it like 5 years ago. I had a radio station, and I had a show, and I ended, and people used to see me as like, yo, can you bring my show back? I said, well, I might do a podcast. So
okay, all right, good to know. So for anyone that is listening, what are 3 reasons why they would like to join your podcast? Or wait, let me rephrase that. Tell us 3 things that people might enjoy about your podcast, just in case, so they can know that they're supposed to be listening to it, or they're your target audience, should I say?
Well, I think I'm a pretty fun guy. I think normally when I go out, people have a good time with me. So that's how I see my podcast. You have a good time. Like when people are done, being on the show, that's like, man, I had a ball. That was fun. Thanks. I really appreciate it. And that makes me feel good that, I bring joy to people that's trying to accomplish something. So that's the first thing. The second thing about my show, it's not scripted. So anything, we might start singing. I had one podcast, we started singing, I don't know what we're singing, some white song, I don't know, but I knew the lyrics some kind of way. But anyway, so you never know what's gonna pop off on my show. Then the third reason is exposure.
Okay. I like it a lot. Okay. And then let's see. So the next thing that I want to ask you is, what is one inspirational message that you would like to leave with the audience?
Inspirational message. This is my go-to. Failure is a great person's comeback, because you have to reach a point of defeat to rise up to accomplish whatever you're going to go for. So failure is a great person's comeback. And trust me, I must be a big time failure, because I keep coming back.
That needs to be on a t-shirt. You need to get with MJ about it.
Put on a t-shirt.
MJ, where you at? Oh my God, that's funny. But that's a really great quote. I think we're always so afraid of failure, things not going the way that where we thought they were going to go. But the more you realize that doesn't deter you, it's just going to help you get to where you need to go. It's a little bit more achievable. Yeah. So I want to say thank you so much for joining us. So glad you're here. Yes, back at you. You're gonna have me acting up, Devin.
I'm sorry.
But thank you so much for joining us this evening. It's been such a pleasure to have you. And don't forget to drop all of your information in the comments on Facebook, so everybody can go follow you, learn more about you, all of that good stuff.
All right, thanks for having me, and it's been a blast.
Of course. And wait, can you say the state that you're based out of again, Devin?
Well, I got to give a shout out to Inkster, Michigan. That's where I'm from, but I live in the Phoenix area right now. Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay, that's right. Okay, got it. Thank you so much. Have an amazing evening, and we look forward. I know I'll be talking to you soon.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, everyone. So that was Devin, and he's going to drop all his information in the comments. I'm looking at some of you guys' commentary. Y'all are so funny. So if you are looking for interviews, if you're wanting to promote your brand, make sure you check him out. He also has a website with merch and things like that. And thank you, Lady D, for the shout out. That's the t-shirt brand. I was saying you need to get you that custom t-shirt, Devin, because MJ does custom tees, and that is a quote. Let's see. Okay. And you're very welcome, Brittany. Thank you so much. I just saw your comment. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the next business owner that we're interviewing tonight. Super excited. So let's bring him on. Hello.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Of course. Everybody, welcome, Jared. So, Jared, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well, and yourself?
Good. Are you liking the show so far?
Absolutely. It's fine. It's fine. Everybody has special gifts, and I appreciate it. And I just appreciate the personality and also just the community. Everybody seems really supportive. So I'm definitely grateful to be here. And like you said, you're actually doing like small business owners a favor. So this is a definitely pleasure to be a part of. So thank you.
Thank you. I really appreciate those words. And I definitely have to give you your flowers because you're looking outstanding this evening. Love the blazer.
Thank you very much.
He came to show up and show out, guys. So please welcome Jared. And let's go ahead and get into this interview. So Jared, can you please share with us what is your business name and what is your industry?
Okay, so right now I do not have a business name, but my industry is early childhood education. So I am an educator, and I am showing off a book today that I created called Life Lessons of Nature, Volume 1, which is currently on Amazon.
Okay, nice. And can you talk to us a little bit more about the benefits of this book?
So this book is based on 10 animals. It's poems written by me, and they have parables about life. It could be something that MJ might relate to with whales and traveling for learning, comparing to their migration, or it could be about, like the honey badger using their special gifts, how we all have special gifts that we can use to be the best versions of ourselves. So these poems have nothing but facts about animals. It has vocabulary in the back, but it also is something that should be enjoyable for children. But as you read it, as you get older, like you mentioned earlier about like certain movies, you'll see that it's communicating to you certain messages or morals that will help you as an adult.
Okay, all right. And how much does this book cost for anyone that wanted to go and purchase it?
This book, the ebook version is $9.99 on Amazon, and then the print version is $12.95 currently on Amazon.
Okay, got it. So print version $12.95, ebook $9.99.
Yeah.
And what is your policy for the book?
For returns, or?
Yes.
So that's something that would just have to be based through Amazon. That's the only place that it can be purchased right now.
Okay. All right, no problem at all. I figured because, when you're shopping, depending on where you're shopping, the return policy might be a little different. So we got a $12.95 if you're wanting the physical book, and then we have $9.99 if you're wanting the ebook. And I did have a question for you. Let's see. I lost it when I was writing down these prices, but I am going to go through and read some of the comments. So Leslie said, Lock Gang, she's loving your hair. Charlie said, Charlie is loving it. She said, welcome. So I love the fact that you're an educator, and also love the fact that your concept is about teaching them different lessons of life, because I think that kids love analogies. So that's great. And that's what Lady D said as well. She said loves the concept. So now that we've shared the price, of course, and we've also shared a little bit of information about this book, let's move to learning a little bit more about you. So what state are you based out of?
I'm based out of Maryland.
Oh, okay, perfect. And then also, what is one thing that you raise awareness for, either in your book or in life?
One I would say is just appreciating yourself and who you are. Another thing that I would say is literacy. This book is filled with, like I said, poems previously. It also has vocabulary in the back to help with fluency, to help with building and expanding vocabulary. So I would say one is using your gifts, and the other would be just literacy.
Okay, I like that. Both great concepts. So, what is one obstacle that you've had to overcome in life or in business?
I would say just second guessing myself or doubting myself. Before being an educator, I was a professional basketball player, so I didn't always perform to the best of my abilities until one day I just realized, like, I'm actually an extra defender in front of me. I'm holding myself back. And then I was able to translate that mentality from the court into the classroom and really just try to just exhaust my potential. So not hold myself back. This book really surprised me. I always wrote poems, but when it debuted as #1 on Amazon early childhood for new releases, it really surprised me and said, well, maybe I could really do this. So I just learned. I'm just like MJ mentioned earlier, life is a evolving process. I just learned just to really just stop doubting myself and put my best foot forward and try.
Okay, I love that. That's a really beautiful thing, and especially where you said you are your biggest. I think you said your biggest defender, or you're having to defend
Yes.
yourself against yourself. That's a
Yeah.
really statement to make. So I really love the fact that you talk about that. I think everyone goes through that, whether you're in business or just going through things in life, second guessing yourself, thinking maybe I am doing too much, or maybe I should just. So it's good that you were able to overcome that and accomplish having your book. So congratulations.
Thank you
Let's
very
see.
much.
You're very welcome. Were there any physical or like action-based things that you did to get yourself to this point? Like something that you would recommend to someone else who's dealing or struggling with that now?
Well, I'm a big believer in just jumping right in. Like, it doesn't have to be all immediately. It could be just a little at a time. Like, set a goal, set a like goal but challenge for yourself. Like, my rule was, okay, I have to spend at least 30 minutes writing over the weekend, strictly on just lions and about their bravery or how they work together. That's my goal. And then the next week would be, okay, or the next day would be, okay, my next goal will be, I'm just going to do some research on honey badgers and learn about them. So I'm a big believer in like, eating an elephant one bite at a time instead of just taking on the whole thing at once and becoming overwhelmed and just too deeply consumed in it. So I'm really big on integral progress. So I would just say I just started I'm really big on planners too. I'm old school. I like to just write my planners out. My planner looks a mess when I just cross off things, but that brings me peace. I have 50 things in my planner, but it's all scratched out. Yep, exactly. So at the end of the day, when it's all scratched out, I'm like, okay, I have some peace, So I would say just start by starting. It doesn't have to be a huge thing. But when you look back over your week's worth of planning in your planner and you see things are crossed off, like, oh, okay, I was intentional about my energy and my time and my efforts this week. And I know that I'm a little closer to my goal than I was last week instead of just sitting around and contemplating it. So that's what I would say.
Okay, I like that. And I think the part that I like the most is biting off bits instead of just taking it all and then feeling like you've bitten off more than you can chew. So I love that concept. So right now I would ask you, what are 3 reasons why a parent might want to purchase this book, or why someone might want to recommend this book to a parent?
Well, #1, I would say that it instills confidence or self-esteem in young learners as well as the adults reading it. #2, I would say that it instills a sense of self-care. There's a poem about a deer and how calm they are, just trying to remind people like life has us on go, 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 like every single moment, especially as a teacher, is no matter any profession. But it's very important that you take that 5 minutes, to yourself to compose yourself and not always be rushing, or, it could be listening to something calm in the morning, could be doing your affirmations, whatever the case may be. But since we're always on the clock, we forget to take care of ourselves. And I learned as a teacher, you don't want to be a great educator, but also like a martyr for the job and teaching these kids while you're exhausted, because that's teaching them to be, it's okay to be exhausted for your job. So I would say one is instilling confidence, self-esteem. Two would be instilling a sense of just self-care. And then the third one would also be just finding just entertainment in nature, which is, God's design. Like there's some amazing animals in this book. There's some amazing animals in the world. And I don't think it's an accident that we can learn certain things about them and apply it to our life. So that's what I really wanted to highlight, and I hope that readers would get that concept as well.
Wow. So you said a mouthful when it comes to the self-care, when it comes to being more intentional with, just not being so exhausted and really managing that. I think that's great, especially when it comes down to emotional regulation too, because that, what you mentioned earlier about us always just being go, 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 contributes to a lot of different stressors and a lot of different emotions, like being angry or frustrated or stressed out. So I really like that. I think that's a very calming concept to be sharing with a young one, and then also still being able to teach them a little bit about nature in the process. So absolutely love that. Let's see. So what inspirational message did you want to leave with the audience?
Very simple. Just start by starting. It doesn't have to be nothing big, like I mentioned earlier. Just start by starting. I'm sure that many other people in this chat or that you're going to interview, or you yourself, have more creative ideas that you're even, like showing the world. And I would just say, just start by starting, because you don't know where it's going to lead to. Like, this may just be a book, and then 6 months later we may be talking again, and then all of a sudden it's something completely different. But it started from me being able to put myself forward with this. So I would just say, just start by starting.
That is a great tip. I absolutely love it, and I really appreciate you joining us this evening. I don't know if you still play basketball, but we do our yearly sports events. So we did the Boss Bay Blog volleyball game this year. Next year we're doing basketball. So I don't know, if you're trying to come out here and get dunked on, we could do that.
Okay. That sounds good.
No. You look like you got some height, so let me stop all that trash talk. But I really do appreciate you coming on this evening, and we'll make sure to stay in touch. I'll give you Nicole's information as well, so that you can be able to share your story with her also, because I think that what you're doing is amazing. And I also want to just shout out all of our educators. We have Charlie. She said she grew up in DC. And then also she said, let's hear it out for our educators. We also have MJ, who's an educator as well. And I know that there's a lot of energy and effort that goes into being an educator, because I remember being in class and having all these kids. And I'm not an educator, so I could just say it. Some of these kids they be bad sometimes. So it's a lot. And it's really about having patience to work with them and teach them the lessons that they need to hear. So I really appreciate people who take the time to make those children feel special, so they can grow and develop and understand those emotions and be able to be a great functioning adult. So thank you for everything that you do. And thank you for joining us on the show.
Thank you for having me, and nice to meet everybody. I appreciate it, and I hope you have a good night. Thank you very much.
You too. Bye-bye. Don't forget to drop your stuff in the comments.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, everyone. So that was Jared, and he's going to drop his information in the comments. We had some really great interviews so far, and we have one more. Last but never least, we have another interviewee this evening. So let's go ahead and bring her on. And then after we finish these interviews, I am going to go ahead and move into our podcast snippet. All minors will need to exit the chat. I'm letting everyone know early. It's nothing crazy, but just get the children out of the rooms for all of my boss moms. All right, so let me go ahead and bring on our interviewee, Kat. Hello.
Oh, I don't know how the camera got all screwed up. Oh God!
See how it happens. It usually happens right when you need it.
It was probably when I went to the bathroom.
Oh man, there's so much that happens in between waiting.
Here, I'll crowd in.
Okay, so welcome, Kat. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. This is an amazing podcast, and I'm going to make people seasick as I turn this camera. So there we go.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That was going to be my next question. I'm like, are you enjoying the show? Are you having a good time?
This is amazing. I've never heard of a podcast that worked quite like you're doing and on a Facebook Live. I've done a lot of shows like this. You're amazing. Yay, you!
Stop. Okay, don't stop. I love it. But all right, thank you so much for joining us. Everyone, welcome Kat. She's new to our Boss Babe Business Show platform. And I'm really excited to dig into some of the products that you're going to be showcasing for us this evening. So first, I would like to start off by asking you, what is the name of your business and what industry are you in?
I'm a writer, so my kids' books are under the name Kat Chen, and I did 3 of these coming out with Random House, and so I'm a writer.
Okay.
Picture books.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the services or the product that you're going to be showcasing tonight. So tell us about the name of the book, and then what are some of the benefits and details into it?
Well, it's Play With Me. It's a board book, so it's for really little kids. But what's different about this book, they call it a play date in a book, is the child talks to the reader and says, "Hi, this is my name. What's yours? Do you want to go on a picnic?" And then, you sit. Where do you want to sit? And so the main character is talking to the reader. And so I got the idea when my son-in-law was reading to my grandbaby, and he just read her the book, which was fine, but he wasn't talking to her. He wasn't saying, "Well, what would you eat? Where would you sit in this picnic?" It's because no one had ever told him how to read to a child. Okay. And so I wrote a book to teach him. And the most joyous thing is now watching the older child read the book to the baby. And so she'll say, "Do you want the banana or do you want the juice box?" And then, the baby points, and it's such a joy.
I love that for so many reasons. The first one is teaching the children at a young age to start having those conversations, because I don't know, I feel like the art of conversation is almost it's dwindling a little bit. Like, people are not as comfortable just
absolutely
voicing their preferences, what they like. And of course, we have many reasons, but one of them I do feel like is that at a young age, that isn't being fostered enough, where, hey, where would you like to sit? What is your favorite color? What do you like to do? Like, really making people think about what they prefer.
That's actually how scientists have now discovered that language is developed. They call it the catch and release. So the parent asks the question, "What do you want? Do you want the banana or the juice box?" And the child learns to answer. So it's a back and forth. And if you don't do that, the child, can't learn it and can't learn to converse. So the more and the younger you can talk to the child and they answer back, that's language development. That's brain development. That's the basis. And honest to God, it's even the basis of math.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Because our grammar structure is very similar to our language structure. Sorry, grammar and math. So if you don't get that base language laid in, then they can't do math either.
Wow. So that's a really interesting concept. And I think that for young parents or people who haven't started their family yet, that's another great thing to keep in mind. And then there was another aspect of it that I really liked about the book, and that was the fact that it almost encourages, like, if you have more than one child, you're teaching your child to kind of help and be a part of that communication process with the other one. Like, teaching them about meeting their needs and understanding, like, hey, what do you like and what do you not? I think it's a great, like, icebreaker almost to create that bond between the children. So I really like that about the book.
It's not what I expected, but when I see it, it's like, oh,
I know. That's how I felt earlier in our interview earlier. I was like, oh my God, I want to pinch your cheeks. But I was trying to stay serious. But no, I really do love that. I like the concept of it completely, because interactive will always be the way to go with any learning, whether you're a child or an adult, because you're giving them that chance to be a part of the experience versus just watching the experience. So I love that. I love it. So let's talk about the price. What is the price for this book?
It's an $8.99 board book.
Okay. So $8.99. And then where would people be able to purchase it on?
Anywhere you buy books. It's at Amazon and Barnes and Noble. It's a Penguin Random House book. So it's everywhere.
Nice. Okay. And I actually had a question that's a little bit off, but off from this. But do you also write other types of books?
I do.
Okay, we'll get into that later. We'll get into that. Because I thought
there's the kids' books, and then there's the Hot Regency romances.
Yeah. I was looking through some applications, so I was like, wait a minute, because that's my genre. So I'm really excited to ask you a little more about that. But let's stay focused. So now that we've shared the product, we've talked about the details behind the product. Did you want to lift it up so everybody can see it again? If you want, you can flip through some.
There's the first one, but it was a publisher decision to make the main character different every book. So that was a January book. Here is the second book, Play Outside with Me. It came out in June, and then in November is Play Games with Me.
I love that. That's a real decision.
Every child has a lovey, so it's a dinosaur here, and I think this is Squirrel. She's got a squirrel. And the first child has a rabbit. I'm dropping things now, so
okay.
There you go. And they go different locations and play different things. And it's always, would you like to do this? And then at the end is there a game you want to play, or is there something you want to play? And every book has a 2-page spread in the middle somewhere where it's like, what do you see? What do you like? Mm-hmm. And it's I'm really proud of these books.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. And then I also really love the decision to make the main character different every time. For many reasons, but one of them being like representation for little ones, being able to see someone that looks like them and resonate with them, for all of them. So I really do love that. That's amazing.
That was my suggestion, but when you sell it to a big, this is Penguin Random House. So when you sell it to a big house like that, it's like, well, this is my idea, but you have to work with them. And fortunately, my editor in Random House was right on top of it, saying, oh yeah, absolutely different ethnicities. And they wanted gender neutral names. So I had a whole list of gender neutral names that they had to pick. And
yeah, you guys thought about making sure that it was as inclusive as you could possibly make it.
Absolutely.
I love that. And you got a couple feedback. So another person saying, great interview. Yes, I love the character change from Lady D's Treats. Let's see. Okay, so now that we've shared a little bit more insight on that, can you please share with us? Let's see, how can we do your tip tonight? Okay.
Everyone's had such great tips. There's nothing left.
So it's really challenging for me. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm running out of questions. This doesn't happen. So the question that I'm going to ask is, what is one tip that you would give to parents when shopping for great children's books?
Well, it depends on what age group, but my grandchild has opinions. I mean, even the little ones, they have opinions. So if you can take them if you could buy all the picture books in the world, hey, have at it. I love it. The libraries, though, and even bookstores are great resources. Go to the library, let them explore. You might be surprised. This is a horrible secret. I never expected my granddaughter to love dinosaurs. I mean, like capital L dinosaur dresses. It's like, don't you want to be a Disney princess or something? But no, she is dinosaur queen. And so, I mean, she just went to a library and saw a dinosaur book and just went wild. And, so I have been to lots of libraries. I've taken kids to libraries. At first, they just want to play with the little games and stuff. But the more you can get them in the habit of reading at night, or, just engaging with books, which is what my books were about, the more at some point they'll go, oh, hey, this is a cute book. Let me look at it. So as much as you can let them explore, you'd be surprised what will come up. My nephew at one point just was really into rocks. And I'm they're like, okay, well, there's this type of rock and that type of rock. And there are picture books. I have been stunned by the variety of picture books available in the world. I knew it as a parent, but it wasn't until I got into publishing kids' books that I went, oh, wow. So as much as you can let the child lead, please do.
I think that's a great tip. And that's something that my mother definitely did with me. I love reading. I always have. And I think that the way that approach is great, Kat, because it allows the practicing of being open-minded for the child. As much as people might think, oh, you're giving them options, but no, like when you place them in an environment where you say, okay, hey, come to the library, look around and see what you like, it makes them feel like they could just explore for hours. Like, I want to learn about this, I want to learn about that. And that's the same thing that my mother did for me. So my reading list, like, I was reading a lot of different stuff. And I think, honestly, you'd probably be like, wait, what is she like? I was reading about religions. I was reading about science, math. When I got into high school and college, I was reading about family medical health. I mean, so many different things. And it just made me feel like there's nothing I can't learn. So I love the fact that you mentioned, like, starting them off with reading to them and then eventually taking them and letting them explore and choose for themselves. So that's a really great tip. And Shelly said dinosaurs was and still is my son's favorite love. And he's 32 now.
Absolutely.
And Nicole said that's a wonderful tip, which I completely agree. Okay, so let's talk about one obstacle that you had to overcome in life or in business.
That wasn't something that everybody else just said. The one thing I'm really kind of fighting with right now, and fighting isn't the right word, I just got diagnosed with ADHD. And I can look back at my life and go, oh, yeah, I wish I'd known this when I was younger. But I was still able to put in guardrails and two or three different backup plans, because I would always forget my keys. And you should see the wall of calendar on, that's right opposite my computer here. It's been a struggle all my life. Yay, I've finally been diagnosed. Yay, I'm starting to look at medication. Maybe I also like sleeping at some point. So, that's that delicate balance. But just realizing that I've been fighting these tendencies all my life, and maybe give myself a little slack that, yes, I still write 2,000 words a day. That's every day. I write 2,000 words, and that is the habit. But as I get distracted, just allow myself to screw up as well.
Yeah, I understand that completely, because I think we do put these really harsh, we criticize ourselves a lot in those kind of situations. And for me, I haven't gone and been diagnosed, but I do know that when it comes to like focus and stuff, I know how my brain is wired with certain things. So I automatically say, nope, I know I have to do this, because if I don't, we'll be talking about, yeah, we're going fishing. And then 5 minutes later, I'm like, hey, what's for breakfast? It's just, it's trying to stay focused and stay productive. But like you said, giving yourself grace, allowing yourself to get lost in that, because sometimes trying to fight how your brain works makes things worse versus trying to work with it. So I like that. That's something that, you thought about, not being so harsh on yourself. Because I think we can be our harshest critics, like Jared had just said earlier. So, yeah. But then
I had to learn how to accept help. The biggest argument my husband and I had about this at one point, and don't argue with your wife when she's driving, really not safe. But my hands are on the wheel, and I screamed at him, don't you think I know when I'm crazy? And he said, no, I love you, but no, you don't.
He's like my life. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Don't fight when your wife is driving.
Okay, I think I'll just reverse it for husband, but for anyone out there who has a wife, I'm sure they heard the message, they understand. We're dropping insight and tips, guys. But no, I think it's a big thing. Like we tend to be a lot harsher on ourselves than we should be sometimes. And then you look back and realize that all of that harshness that you were giving yourself wasn't even needed because you were still able to get done what you needed to get done. You know,
it doesn't help. Going into a shame spiral doesn't help. It doesn't lift you up. It doesn't help you get beyond. And at a certain point, I just had to sit down and say, okay, I've got this whole shame thing because I screwed up a book deadline.
Mhm.
It happens. And okay, now I can say maybe that was the ADHD. I still screwed up a deadline. I still have to deal with it.
Yeah.
But I was sitting there going, what is wrong with you? Why can't you handle this? And that wasn't helpful. And to really see that pattern in myself and go, okay, it's not your fault. You have ADHD. There's no point in yelling at yourself. That's never worked your entire life. And, maybe maybe go talk to your doctor.
No, but that's a really good point too. Like, and I resonate with that as well. Like, I've learned, I'm getting better and better about it. But in the past, when something didn't go well, or I made a mistake, or something wasn't turning out the way it was supposed to be, I was just freaking out, like all kinds of thoughts just blazing through my head. And then finally I had to get to this place where I'm like, okay, you made a mistake. What did you learn from this? How are you going to fix it? What is the solution? How are we moving forward? Simple as that. And then you come back and you follow up. How am I doing with my goals? Do I need to change something? Is this realistic to what I'm working on? No, it's not working. Okay, let's try something different. No, this isn't working. Okay, let's get some help, whether it be professionally, whether it be sitting down and talking with someone who understands me. But that's a better way for me, because like you're saying, yelling, being frustrated, beating up on yourself, it doesn't help the process. It just makes everything feel like everything's piling up on top of you. So I try to manage that, because stress is like a big thing. Like that could really hurt you physically, emotionally. So I'm like, okay, breathe and just work through it.
Well, and this is how my mother handled us when I was growing up. So now I can look at that and see, even more so, all the things when you're little, all of this stuff gets laid in when you're little. So, don't shame your child. Take the time to hear their frustrations. And, I was constantly losing things as a kid. And if my mom, she did her best. Don't hear me criticize. Well, I am criticizing her, but honest to God, she was doing her best. And she was doing what she was learned. But she would just yell at me. How could you forget your shoes? For God's sake, how did you forget your shoes? What were you wearing? And it's like I was at the swimming pool. I just, if she had been able to talk to me and say, what were you thinking? Why? Okay. I just didn't think about, okay, well, let's figure out a system. And that's what I had to do as an adult. I know I'm going to lose my keys. So I had to integrate a system where I always knew where my keys were. And then once that system was in place, maybe we can try my phone. You can always find my phone. And now I have, well, actually, I was about to say, now I have just 2 places in my house where my shoes are in. That's not true.
But you're making some really good points, especially about it being something that's engraved in you at an early age. And I don't think that it's anything negative towards our parents when we find a behavior that maybe we say, there's something different that we can do, because we love our parents. And as much as we love them, it feels like anything where you're saying, maybe this is different. You feel like you're criticizing, but our parents are still human. And, people sometimes don't think about that, but we're all human. So there's something that I'm going to do that my child is going to look back and say, maybe not,
Well, okay. I had all this belief, all this knowledge I got after, when I started doing the kids book, after my kids are long gone. So I went to babysit my grandchildren and I was like, I am going to be the most amazing grandmother. Well, it turns out toddlers are hardwired to just bang on your triggers. So it was 1.5 hours. It wasn't 2. It was like an hour and a half into babysitting 2 toddlers. I was crazy. It's like, Grandma's gonna go into this other room and scream for a little bit. I'll be right back.
Oh, it's okay, we're human. That's what it is. And I always feel like whenever, like what you said, you know, you go through your experiences as a mother, but then when you become a grandmother, it's like, oh, I have all these different things and I'm going to try this and try that. I've heard that from a few different people, but you know, you just never know with kids. They're just so different. So that's the thing too. You might be like, I got it with you. And then they have a child and that child is the complete opposite. And it's like, okay, something new to learn. So I love that. Their opinion.
Grandbaby is just like her mother. It was like, oh, you are genetically designed to make me crazy.
I feel like we need a Grandma's Anonymous.
Yes. I really tried.
That can relate. Let us know in the comments. It's okay. Don't be shy. Oh my God. But no, you have some really great pointers and insight as far as like learned behaviors, and back to your book, the importance of starting off that behavior at an early age so that when they get older, she said, not Grandma's Anonymous. I'm trying to make sure everybody feels like they can let themselves out. Like, just let go. Let us know how you're feeling. We're here to listen. It's okay. So, yes, but I love the fact that you talk about the importance of embedding these lessons, these behaviors, specifically the behavior of making the child feel like it's an inclusive experience early, right, so they're able to. You have some grandmas in the comments that are relating with you right now, Kat. And then now that we've shared some of the obstacles that you've overcome, I want to ask you, what would be 3 reasons why someone should shop with you or purchase your business? Why a parent should purchase your book for their child?
Well, it's because it is developing that base language skill with the child. And it is a quiet book that parents struggle sometimes. Everyone struggles. You've got a toddler who's got, I mean, all toddlers are born with ADHD. They did the go this, that, the other. And it's like, okay, we're going to sit down and look at this book and I'm going to ask you a question and you're going to respond. And, you know, the youngest grandbaby isn't really verbal yet, but she still points. She still understands the question. And it's a way to just sit quietly and still interact. And so, yes, everybody reads at bedtime, or, you know, most people read books at bedtime. And there are a ton of books out there for now it's time to go to sleep. This is a book to talk with your child. And the more you can start that, I'm asking, what do you think? What do you want? And this is something my daughter told me, because go figure, her children are stubborn. What are the odds? The most stubborn child on the planet had children who are stubborn. But instead, the more you can let the child decide things on their own, safe things. Do you want a juice box or a banana? Do you want to turn the page? Where do you want to sit on this picture? What do you want to play? The more they can fill up on making decisions on their own, the less you'll get fights about, I'm sorry, it's time to leave now, put your shoes on. It's they fill up on making choices.
Okay, so it's like you're doing the opposite of what you think, even though you would think like maybe too many choices is going to make it harder for them to be receptive when I'm giving them instruction. This actually helps to make them feel
right. So give them agency in a safe way here. And then later on, when it's not safe, when you have to take control, you can take control. And they feel like, well, okay, I had choices here. Mm-hmm. You know, at this point, okay, I will hold your hand when I cross the street.
That makes sense. It does make sense because there's a balance with everything. That's something for me growing up. I think my mother did a good job of balancing that out because I understood when I was able to make options versus when, okay, this is an option. This just needs to get done, you know, or this is something that needs to happen. I could differentiate the two, and I didn't feel like I was missing out. Like, of course, well, you know, you're trying to do stuff that you ain't got no business doing. You feel like, oh, you hate me. But outside of that, I really did have an amazing childhood. And so I think that was one of the things too. Like, she allowed me to have my own personalities, read different books, explore my interests. But at the same time, there are still boundaries for, okay, this is a time when this isn't an option. We do need to get this done.
That's a good mom.
Yeah, great mom. So, you know, I feel like that really helped me in life, because now I know when, okay, this is a time when I can kind of play around with different options. And okay, this is a time when I don't have an option. I just gotta get it done. So I like the fact that you talk about that balance. And then there was something else I wanted to ask you before we got into your inspirational message. Oh, it was about the novels. So
Okay, well, I am also Jade Lee, who is a USA Today bestseller. I have made my bones in Regency era romance.
okay, all minors exit the chat. No minors, you guys should be out of here by now.
So if you have watched Bridgerton, Julia Quinn is the writer of Bridgerton. She and I started at the same time, and she went more light and fluffy. I went dark and sexy. What can I say?
I love it.
And then the most recent one is a China set one. So title is Vixen.
Ooh, okay.
And my website, by the way, is jadeleeauthor.com, because there is a Jade Lee porn star. Sorry. She's retired now, thank goodness.
I'm glad you cleared that up, because look, we got people putting warning signs in the chat.
Well, my mom, when Google first started, she Googled my website, or she Googled my name to see what happened. And she's like,
and that popped up.
Well, and so minors, cover your ears. What popped up was Pussy Man's Escape from LA. And I'm like, okay, Mom, that's a movie. It's not a book. And
oh
then
my God.
she made a mistake.
Facebook, please don't put us in the jail. We gotta find new. We need a substitution word. We're gonna say poofy. She clicked on the link and saw a picture, and she was appalled. And I'm like, no, God. Mom. She said, no Asian woman has front like that. Oh my Not God. Naturally. And I'm like, I can only imagine her. She was probably like, what is going? Okay, so I'm glad you cleared that up for the viewers so that they can know where to find you. And what I mean, hey, not knocking anything, because hey, everybody's got their business, but we're glad to know where we can find your business. And oh my God, I hope Facebook, please. So Facebook don't do anything crazy. I honestly, I wouldn't put Facebook jail. Of all the things that I could be praying for right now, it's not Facebook jail, please. Please. It's such a good show. Okay. But no, I thought that was really interesting. I saw that on your application, and I was like, okay, because I love adult novels. I love romance. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's a great way to like just dive into that without literally and physically diving into that. So that's why if you liked Bridgerton, then you'll like my books. I haven't started it yet, but I do have family members who started it. So I'm like, okay, but I think I would like it. I think I would. For people who don't know what Regency era romance is, they usually have read Pride and Prejudice in school. Mm-hmm. And so it's that time period, except for it is intimate, open-doored. Okay. All right. I'm excited. All right. Listen. Okay. So we have books for the little ones, and then we have books for the adults. And how much are both of those novels that you just showed? It depends. If you're on Kindle Unlimited, you can get them for free because that's a subscription service. The ebooks are
Lord, I don't even remember. The ebooks are under $10. I think they're 6, 7, something like that. And the print book are around 10 to 15.
Okay, I love print books. I don't know. I mean, I'll do an ebook, but I prefer a print book. It's just something about
My
having
kids are the same way too.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm more engaged with a physical book, so I'm gonna.
And it's better for your eyes and
yeah,
all of that.
So much mentally, like I don't want to be when I'm in a book and like reading a story. Unless I'm watching a film, I don't necessarily want to be in my technology because you're reading a book and then you get a text message and then the text message notification pops up and then you're trying to continue scrolling and somebody calls you and it's not letting you see the words. It's just that's a part of the reason why when I'm reading, that's like my sacred time to be off technology and just dig into the story. So I love that, and I will be getting one because I'm in the middle of finishing a novel right now, and I need another one. So
all right. Amazon has all my books.
Okay, good. And then that's what I was going to ask. So before we end this amazing, interesting, and hopefully not Facebook jailing interview, what is one inspirational message that you would like to share with the audience?
If you love what you do, if you're passionate about it, you will find a way. If you can't remember where your computer is, you will find a way to remember it. If you can't figure out the scene, go for a walk, you'll find a way. You just have to, especially with writing, a writing career is a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's every day a little bit. And that, just do it. Just, start. I firmly believe that God or the universe, once you start, they'll help you, but you've got to start.
I agree with you.
And then once you're halfway through, you still have to, every day, you have to start a little bit. And there are days when absolutely it's just write one sentence. And if I can't do a sentence, just, the subject, the prince, the duke did something.
Just one step.
Just one step. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I love that. Very inspirational advice for people out there that are maybe procrastinating on even just starting whatever that vision is, or moving to that next level in your life, your relationship, or your business, just taking that one step. So that's like universal advice in my opinion. But I just want to say thank you so much for joining us, Kat. It's been an absolute pleasure.
It's been so much fun. And remember, it's JadeLeeAuthor.com.
JadeLeeAuthor.com. There's so much we learned in this interview. Make sure you're not arguing while you're driving. The importance of having conversations with your little ones and starting that conversation early. So this has been really great. Like, I'm really excited for my viewers to see this because I do have a lot of mothers. So I know that they would want to have something interactive.
That's what I wanted to say. Play With Me got a starred school library journal review. And so that's huge. I have been flying since I heard. I have been.
It's an iPhone thing, I think.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. It's a reaction thing, and if you have an iPhone, you have to turn it on for it to work. I learned that the hard way because my other show, I did the exact same thing.
So I just looked like bunny rabbits then, huh?
That's what I did in my interview. I was like, and then nothing was happening. And then when I got off the interview, it was like, turn video reactions on. I was like, oh, good to know.
I will have to look for that.
Yeah, it's on your phone features. I don't know about Androids, but I know for iPhones, when you're going to the settings section at the top, when you pull down that screen where it has like Bluetooth audio, there's something that says video reactions. And no matter what platform you're on, the reactions will happen. So
all right.
On a group chat, StreamYard, anything, and the reactions will pop up. So yeah, we learn something new every day. But okay, so congratulations on your accomplishment.
Thank you.
And of course, and thank you for, having those books and having that representation. Something that's really close to my heart, especially for little ones growing up. So I love that. And I love the fact that you're about having an experience that makes the child feel included, not just emotionally, not just with decision making, but also like just seeing someone that might look like them. So thank you.
Thank you. This
Of
has
course.
been amazing.
Thank you. Yay. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Kat. It's been awesome for me too. Don't forget to drop all of your information in the comments and have an amazing rest of your night.
You too.
Thank you. Bye. Okay, everyone. So that was Kat. Thank you guys. I'm glad you're loving it. I'm glad you're loving it. Our interviews are piling up for the end of the night. So if you want to be on the show, for the end of the year. So if you would like to be on the show, now's the time to apply, because the last slot that I saw that was open was on September 19th, and there's only 2 left. So make sure you guys take advantage. For the month of October, we do have 4 shows. And for the month of November, we only have 1 show. And then for the month of December, we only have 1 show. So I highly recommend getting on those shows ASAP before the slots fill up, especially if you have products, services, cookies, food, cookies that think people might want for the holidays. Not calling anybody out specifically. I'm just saying, hey, lady, these treats, get on in there, show off them cookies. But yes, the physical cookies that you eat. I don't know why that didn't sound good. But okay, guys, thank you so much for your feedback. I'm really glad you liked it. And also, we have some feedback for the show. Loving the interviews. I did too. These interviews are hilarious. I laughed so hard that my cheeks are actually hurting right now. So that's new. But let me go to the link, because Jared actually dropped his link for his Instagram page. But I think I want to make sure everybody gets that. And I'm going to put that in here for anyone that wanted to shop with him as well. And Kat just dropped her website as well. All right. So let's get into this nitty gritty, guys. We're going to keep it. I'm not going to take too much of everybody's time, because we still have to do our prize to figure out who is winning this watermelon serum to take home. However, we do need to go over this podcast snippet. So a lot of people in our network are wondering, like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all keep talking about the podcast. Let me show y'all the podcast snippet that I'm talking about. Me, MJ, and Nicole, all members of the Business Directory, were sitting down and talking about dating. And the specific conversation we were having is things to avoid on the first date. So that is the topic of the night. Let me know in the comments, what is something that you should avoid doing on the first date? Now, the reason why relationships and dating is a topic that I'm discussing in my podcast is because, yes, we do have a lot of business owning women, a lot of boss moms, a lot of boss women, boss babes. But some of them are, getting back into the dating realm. Some of them are just exploring new options, and some of them are dating for the first time. So with that being said, I do believe that your relationships outside of business affect your productivity in business. So when you have healthy relationships and a healthy way of navigating that, you have a more successful business in life. So I decided to do my experience with dating and give a couple podcasts for people to have some food for thought, healing conversations you should have when dating, things to avoid doing when dating, turn-ons, turn-offs, all of these conversations. I wanted to have those juicy conversations. So we have multiple blogs out there. Tips on how to recognize green flags, red flags, the different type of men or women to flock to or to avoid. But tonight we're talking about the original topic that me, Nicole, and MJ were discussing, which is what is one thing you should avoid doing on the first date. So drop it in the comments. I want to hear what everyone has to say when you're dating someone. What is something that you should absolutely avoid doing? And I'm going to get into my snippet so you guys can see what I think you should avoid doing on the first date. Again, I think I said it already. I think we said it loud enough, but all minors, we got to get you to exit the chat. Exit. If you didn't exit, you should have been exited a long time ago. But if you didn't, I need you to re-exit. So let's see. Where should we pull this up on? We're going to do for my business page. Videos. So you can go to the business page if you're wanting to access this video for yourself. And don't, well, I think it's appropriate. It's not child appropriate, that's for sure, but it shouldn't be anything too crazy. So let me just pull up that video real quick for y'all. Let's see. Hold on. I'm pulling it up on Facebook. Facebook's moving a little slow. They always choose to move slow when you need it. Okay, so let's see. Go to videos. Let's see. Okay, Nicole has one. She said, "Do not hold me responsible for sharing sharing my voice." Oh, responsible for sharing my voice. What do you mean by that? I need you to elaborate, Nicole. Somebody else might know what you're saying though. So if you understand where Nicole's coming from or what she's saying, let me know in the comments. All right, here we go. Oh, you're talking about don't hold you responsible for sharing your voice on this video. Got it. Yeah, we're waiting. Yeah, I don't think anybody's holding you responsible. This is the truth. This is the truthfulness. Let's see. Lady D's Treats is laughing. Leslie said, "This is the one I would have cut up in so bad. I'm glad I just watched the replay." Okay, let me refresh my screen because it's taking a bit. So guys, give me those things. What are things that we should avoid on the first date? Like, what is your opinion on this topic? I really want to hear. Let me tell you what mine was. I'm gonna give you a little snippet. So my opinion on the first date, don't start talking about the female male gender war thing. It's so draining. It's a very interesting topic right now for some people, but for me personally, I am absolutely scientifically, positively tired of hearing about the female male thing that we got going right now. It's all over social media. People just have this toxic way of handling, I guess, rejection and things like that, or whatever experiences they've had in life. So I had a date where somebody was basically just going on rants about what women get to do versus what men get to do, and I was just like, check please. So, in this video, I talked a little bit about that, and I think that it can be done on both sides. So I'm not just talking about one specific side, like not just women, not just men, but like bringing that level of trauma to the date. You're meeting someone for the first time, and what you might have to say might truly be valid and real, but you want people to see more to you than just what you've been through. So that's the tip that I'm sharing. And hopefully I can pull it up without any issues. Check, please. Check, please. Please, check. Hold on. Let's see. Facebook, don't fail me now. Okay, Lady D has one. She said, hold on. She said, talking about things too far in the future, like marriage, kids, etc. Oh my God, I got to pin this one because absolutely. I can't tell you enough how many times, like on a first date, please don't do it because I'm not going to be able to commit to it. I can tell you now. And if anybody says they are, they're probably just saying that to get out of the situation so they can run home and change their number. All right, so here we go. Let me pull up this video, guys. Get ready to laugh. Here's my little snippet. Might lose out on there's a chance that you might lose out on a great relationship with someone. And it's not their fault, because if they see red flags and it seems like you've been sitting in a cellar staring at the picture of women and throwing darts at their faces, then I would run too. So I just Uh-oh. Did it pause? Guys, let me know if you can hear it. Okay, it was reloading. My bad, guys. It was reloading. Facebook is taking a little bit to load this video. I'm not sure why. With someone, and it's not their fault, because if they see red flags and it seems like you've been sitting in a cellar staring at the picture of women and throwing darts at their faces, then I would run too. So I just need you.
Be more careful. Priceless.
You got absolutely priceless. Photo. You got a picture of different types of women. You got a dart for each one. Okay, Michelle. Okay. Yeah, if you seem like that type of person, I'm sorry, I'm not comfortable moving forward in this relationship. So I just need to know that you don't hate me so that we can continue talking. that would be one thing that I would say avoid doing on the first few dates, and just pay attention to and monitor. Check yourself in the moment. If you feel like you're going there, turn it around with something positive. You know, it's easy for us to go into a habit, but be the person to turn it around with something positive, and not the one that always ends on something negative and gloomy about the opposite sex. Please don't do that, because I don't know what you want from me. I'm a woman. You do know that, right? Like sometimes I want to say that, like, you know, I'm a woman. So that they know we're on the same page, because it don't sound like you want one.
It is the bomb.
Okay, so that is a snippet. That's a snippet of the podcast. You guys gotta go listen to the podcast. If you don't already follow the podcast, go to bossbabeblog.com, and then you can just scroll down all of the options. There's an update on the website. So we got the directory, shopping directory, the blog, the podcast, all the places that you need to go to. And the podcast has just launched. I said I was going to launch 3 podcasts a day to kind of give everybody, but based off the feedback, I went ahead and put it all out. So everything's out, including the podcast with me and Leslie talking about upcoming small business events. But for this one specifically, let's get through these comments because it was hilarious. Let's see. Check, please. Nicole said it's still funny as heck. Lady D said this will never get old. Shelly said I'm crying. Leslie said I cracked up this entire podcast. I mean, man, it was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie, but the topic is so real though. Like, you know, like don't come in here talking to me about what women don't do and then women don't do this. Like, you know, I'm a woman, right? Like that's what you signed up for on this app. You knew I was when you got here. So are we gonna have a good time or what? So, you know, I feel like there's certain conversations that come with time once people have gotten an opportunity to understand you and get to know you. But you don't give them that chance to do that when you come in with a chip on your shoulder in the dating scene. So that's why I try to talk about that. And I always try to challenge people to be aware of the things that you're saying and how you're representing yourself. Like, are you being a little too negative about the opposite sex? We need to change this? So, you know, that's my tip. Let's see what everybody else has to say. So Lady D said, talking about things too far into the future, like marriage, kids, etc. Definitely check, please. That's check, please behavior. And then Leslie asking me about what happened with my ex or past relationship. The same thing. The same thing that's about to happen to you. Oh, left with all caps is crazy. So yeah, that one will definitely do it for me, because this is not a interrogation. It may be somewhat of an interview, but to an extent, we're still just getting to know each other and understand each other. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all can always check me, but I personally think you asking me about my ex and my past on the first date is crazy, because I feel like you think that you're even going to get to that level. We don't know each other yet. I wouldn't ask someone about their ex and their past, because personally for me, I'm not thinking that they're going to automatically put me in that place. I feel like I have to earn that with time. So for someone asking me, like, so talk to me about your past. What was the reason for why? How about you just get to know where I'm at right now? I know that past behaviors do sometimes dictate the future. However, when you're talking to someone, you're not talking to them for their past. You're attracted to them for what they're bringing to you today. So let's learn more about where they're at now. And let's worry about that a little bit later, because I also think that people sometimes play this judge role where they really feel entitled to judge your past or what you've been through, and then try to give you unsolicited advice about it, which is crazy to me, because obviously it's my past for a reason. So you don't know what I've learned or what I, took from that situation. And I'm definitely not here for Dr. Phil. We came to eat and have a good time. So yeah, on the first date, keep all that to yourself. I definitely think so. Let's see what else we got in these comments. Shelly said, come smelling clean cannot be funly. I'm assuming by funly she meant funky, and I definitely understand. So yes, you do have to have some thank you, Kat. I really appreciate it. We had a great time with you. Guys, Kat put her information in the comments. So yes, funky. I knew you were saying funky. Hygiene is really big for me. I try to give people a chance in dates, even if there's a date where I'm feeling like, ooh, this is a little weird. Even if somebody rubs me wrong, I try to give them an opportunity, because sometimes people are nervous. Sometimes people don't have people in their life that tell them the truth. And so I know if I can get close enough to where they trust me, I can tell them the truth. I can say, hey, you funky. And they might go and change that and they might not. But I personally try to give people a chance. But too many red flags at once, it's for me, it's gonna make me feel like, yeah, let's just go ahead and move on to the next. Let's see, what did Nicole say? She said exit left right after that question. Okay. Oh my God. That podcast had me laughing. This whole night has had me laughing. Might need a massage after this. But okay, so we went over the podcast topic. You guys saw the snippet. Make sure you guys go take advantage and check it out. Let's see who has won the prize. Let me move through these tickets real quick. Don't forget to share. And if you did share, let me know in the comments so I can make sure that you are getting credit for your tickets. Shelly said, if I have to hold my breath and I just met you, no. Shelly, I'm not mad at you. Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened with my screen, but let me refresh. Hopefully, it won't give me too many problems. Okay, so yeah, I'm not mad at you, Shelly. Because I understand that like what's attractive is attractive to a person, and I don't think that you should compromise it if you're feeling like you're not liking it, you're not feeling it. Okay, let's see. Thank you. Okay, there we go. All right. So let's see. We got Leslie. Yes. Added extra 5 tickets for you. Shelly. Yes. Added your 5 tickets. Thank you so much. We got India. We got Kat who shared. We got Nicole. We got Charlie. If you shared this live, let me know in the comments. Oh, MJ, 5 tickets. 4, 5. Now let's go ahead and move into it. Lady D, thank you so much. 5 tickets. But yeah, that's how I feel, guys, on that topic. If you have any more, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, that was just one topic. And I know we clowned. I know we cut up. We did. And that's why I had to get on here and explain myself. But in a lot of the podcasts, I am asking thought-provoking questions. So if you know someone that's going through the dating phase and they're just frustrated, maybe send them a few. Like one of them, I talk about what are healing conversations we need to have within ourselves before we start dating. Because sometimes we bring that into our relationships. And that's not what we're trying to do, right? I do have other ones where I talk about what are things that you enjoy or prefer, what are fun date ideas. And I have tons of blogs on dating and relationships right now. So I'm really excited about that. Let's see. All right, let's go ahead and get these tickets added in and get this party started. This is the last show of the month, guys. What does that mean? That means this is the last ticket wheel of names with everybody's names on it for the entire month. So that means starting next month, you have a chance to earn as many tickets as possible and increase your chance of winning a prize on the show. What are the rules to the prize? Because I did not mention it earlier. You have to be present when I say your name on the live, number 1. Number 2, if you are local, then you will have the products. You can come pick them up, DFW, Texas, aka Plano, Texas. If you are not local, shipping is $5.95 and it will be shipped out to you. Let's see, anything I'm missing? You have 30 seconds to drop an emoji in the comments and let me know that you're present in order to claim your prize. All right, now let's get these people added in. So we're going to start with MJ. 5 tickets added in. Charlie. And we're going to get this raffle going because it is a Thursday night and we can't party too hard, guys. We still got work and things to take care of in the morning. Well, some of us do. So I'm going to try to keep everybody on track. Let's see. Okay, here we go. I think my little computer is overheating tonight. Oh, it definitely is because that's hot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right, Charlie, adding you in. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Gotcha. All right. Next, we have Nicole, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 28. Thank you guys so much. Nicole, there you are. You're already in there. So I could just add you again. All right. Let me know in the comments, guys, since my next podcast is going to be about events. Does anybody have any small business events coming up? Feel free to share. Let us know. Let us know what's it looking like. All right, let me call Shelly. You're next. Anything going on? Any lives? Any shopping lives? Shelly, 5, 10, 11, 12. Okay, perfect. I get so excited for the last month of the show, guys, because it's like the big refresh before we start on the next show to see how many tickets everybody earns. Okay, India. Okay, added. Oh, I almost forgot. While you guys are telling me about your events, I do need to go ahead and pull up this contest, this cash contest we got going on with Your Time to Thrive. So I partner with Your Time to Thrive for the remainder of these next couple of shows to discuss their contest where they are going to be filling someone's fridge. All you need to do is sign up for her self-discovery membership. The founder is Tiara, and she is a self-discovery coach, but she also has a contest going on right now where she's going to fill your fridge. One person who signs up for her membership is going to get their fridge filled. Let me share the screen. There we go. And so you guys can check that out. And while you check that out, I'm going to finish up this wheel of names. Okay. Got you. Added in there, India. And then Kat had 5. So if you are still watching, Kat, you do have 5 tickets. Kat was hilarious, y'all. She gave us all kinds of tips. We didn't just learn about books tonight. We learned about life, relationships, and the importance of specifying your website. Let's see. Leslie, Leslie, 15 tickets. Ooh, thank you, Taylor. I appreciate that. So, Taylor, I'm wearing Belle Loren Cosmetics. This is a cosmetics brand. They're credible, verified, and they're based out of Louisiana. And they ship out to all U.S. states. Right now, you can order on their Facebook shop. And if you have any questions or concerns about the products, you want to see pictures or just a link on where you can purchase the products, you would go to their Facebook business page. So I will drop that in the comments. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And if you do decide to shop with them, let them know you found it through me. Okay, let's see. Leslie, I just added your tickets. Let me pull up this page. But yeah, this is their matte lipstick. I love matte lipstick. It's like the easiest way for me to make something pop when it comes to lipstick or makeup in general. So I usually do a nude or a natural face palette, and then I'll do like a bold matte lipstick. And so that's what I chose for tonight's show, because I feel like less is more. Okay, I see you, Lady D's Trees, already pinning up the comments. Not her beating me to it. Lady D's Trees just pinned it. So Taylor, this is the business name on Facebook. If you search them up, you'll see them. And then I also have a link to, depends on whichever one you like, but she beat me to it. But yes, I love her lipstick. Her lipstick is amazing. Her products are amazing. Love them. Let's see. All right. So now that I've added everyone, Lady Cat, India, Leslie. Oh, Lady D. Lady D. Last but never least. Of course. You're very welcome, Taylor. If you have any questions, she will be happy to assist you. Their team will assist you through the Facebook business page. And if you need any more small business recommendations like makeup, skincare, hygiene, any of that, you can also go to my website and then you can get a free personal shopping service. So you just tell me what you're looking for, you tell me your budget, and then I'll go through and find credible businesses or products that I've used myself or recommended myself. And I'll send you a list of those with the price for each one. All right. But thank you so much for the compliment. I appreciate it. Y'all just gassing me up with these compliments tonight. Okay, so let's switch the screen and let's see who has won. Let's see. Share screen. You guys know the rules. Let's do it. Okay, got to be real sensitive because this screen will go off. All right. So tonight, this was a prize for anyone that needs a reminder. Okay. This is the watermelon serum coming from NBC.click. This is another credible business listed in the directory, My Business. Skincare. So it's a watermelon serum that's going to help with moisturizing and softening your skin. You have a chance to win this for free. So let's go ahead and see who has won tonight. Drum roll, drum roll. I always forget to say drum roll. Okay. Leslie, congratulations. Are you here? Leslie, let us know in the comments. Drop that emoji. You got 30 seconds to drop that emoji and let me know that you're present for this live. And if you drop that emoji, this prize is yours. I'm going to go ahead and move to that countdown. Hopefully, okay, there you go. I never get to the countdown, y'all. At this point, the countdown is just for fun. It's just for show because I never get to it. Congratulations, Leslie. Congrats. Okay, so Leslie, you have a pile up of prizes. I don't have my prize journal with me, but I have quite a bit to send out for this month and for the previous month. So Leslie, you have a journal coming your way with your name on it, a Boss Babe blog journal. You have a serum coming your way. Shelly, you have some jewelry. I think you have a serum too. And I added that extra year to your membership that you won. Lady D's Treats, you have 2 bottles coming. And then I think you also had another year added to your membership as well. There's quite a bit of prizes that we have to go ahead and roll out this month. So just so you guys know, if you've already paid for your shipping once, you don't need to worry about paying for it again if your prize has not already shipped. Leslie, your prize has not already shipped because you have more than one coming from different locations. One coming from hootstop.com, the business in my directory. So for that reason, you don't need to worry about paying that shipping because we got multiple coming to you. So thank you so much. Congratulations. Anybody else who has more than one prize, it's all going to be shipped out at the same time. So yes, thank you guys so much. I'm so glad that we were able to come on, talk about some great topics tonight. And I look forward to some other things we got going on. Stay tuned. I'm working really hard, but we got a couple things happening for our viewers at the Boss Babe Business Show, guys. So thank you all. Have an amazing evening. Lady D's Treat said, John Lager said, yay. Yes, a lot of prizes coming out. So we'll make sure you get those shipped out to you, ladies. Thank you all for your support. Thanks for making our interviewees feel so comfortable. I always tell the interviewees before every show how supportive our audience is because they truly are. And I love that. So thank you again for watching the Boss Babe Business Show. And I'll see you guys soon. If you haven't applied to be on the show, head over to bossbabeblog.com. Drop that inquiry so we can assist you. Bye, everyone.